partly sunny with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs around 90. Southwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Highest heat index readings around 104. Tuesday night, partly cloudy. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms until midnight. Lows in the mid-70s. South winds around 5 miles an hour. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 90s. South winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Highest heat index readings around 106. Wednesday night, partly cloudy. A chance of showers and a slight chance of thunderstorms after midnight. Lows in the mid-70s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation 50%. Thursday, showers likely and a chance of thunderstorms. Highs in the mid-80s. Chance of precipitation 70%. Thursday night, partly cloudy with a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the lower 70s. Friday, partly sunny with a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms.
Alrighty, guys, what is going on, my friends? Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Monday evening here for today. We got ourselves a bit of severe action that is just now really starting to kind of fire off here, so we decided that we're going to go ahead and go live for you, my friends, because we have a bit to talk about here for today. But anyways, guys, hope y'all are doing great here for today. Let's go ahead and see who is here in the chat. Let's see, Christian, I know you're here. Jordan as well. Let's go and see here. Tornado Analysis, Online Tough Guy, Patrice. You can see Jonna, as well as Haley, Team Kenny, and Lane. What's up, you guys? Hope y'all are doing all right. Devin as well. What's going on, my friends? Hope you guys are doing all right here. Jakey, you as well. Let's go ahead and see. Jakey says, hi, I'm supposed to get some serious thunderstorms tomorrow. 80 mile per hour and 3-inch hail and flooding possible. What are you talking about, Jakey? I haven't seen that on tomorrow's outlook. It depends on where you're at, actually. If we take a look here at tomorrow's outlook, we actually do have a severe threat across portions of the upper Midwest. But we'll get more into that here in a moment. But anyways, my friends, hope y'all are doing all right, and hope you guys have been staying safe here. So let's just go ahead and jump right on into it, my friends, by taking a look here at currently what's going on here. So let's go ahead and jump right on in, my friends. Like I said, hope y'all are doing great. Glad to have you guys here again. Let's go ahead and see. Kirk says, hello from the UK. Wow, all the way across the pond here. What's up, Kirk? Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here. Christian says, I have been busy this afternoon. Well, that's pretty crazy. Jakey says, in Manitoba, Canada. I have seen that yesterday, Canada was actually getting a decent amount of severe weather. From what I saw, there has been a few tornado warnings actually there as well, from what I saw yesterday in Canada. So let's go ahead and play to the latest scan here. We actually do have a pretty nasty storm we are monitoring here in southeastern Illinois. Currently is a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here, mostly for 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and obviously half dollar size hail could also be possible. That's what 1.25 inch hail basically is representing, is half dollar size hail. Areas that this does includes portions of Bridgeport, Olney, as well as Clay City, portions of Parkersburg, Oblong, as well as Newton. So you are inside of this severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here. We have a while to go on this too, a little bit under an hour here. But we actually also have another flash flood warning that's actually been issued for this exact same storm here. If we looked at it, up to 2 inches of rain has already fallen, with an additional amount up to 2 inches being possible. So not only are we seeing possibility of 2 inches that's already fallen over the last little bit, but honestly, like I said, obviously, up to that again could be possible. So that is kind of actively what we are watching here. We have ourselves a bit of storm action that is really starting to kind of kick up here across portions of the Cincinnati area. As you can kind of see here down in southwestern Ohio. Now, you might notice that we have these yellow boxes. Now, some of you may or may not know what this is, but these are severe thunderstorm watches that has been issued here by the Storm Prediction Center. So we currently do have ourselves some severe thunderstorm watches that is now in effect here until 10 o'clock. So we have a little bit to go before this does get expired. So like I said, obviously we're going to be here for a while, probably until 10. We'll see how that goes. And, we'll definitely be able to be here to give you guys the coverage, be here to give you guys all the updates that you need in order to stay safe here. And as you can obviously tell, we are actually starting to see, like I said, a lot of those storms starting to actually fire off here across the watch area here. Like I said, obviously kind of towards Cincinnati area, we actually are starting to see some multi-cell thunderstorms firing off across southwestern Ohio and also portions here of southeastern Indiana. So this is going to need monitoring here over the next little bit because, you know, obviously these could turn out like it's Big Brother over here and could easily go severe. So obviously that is kind of the concern here. Anyways, let's go ahead and see here. Anti says, I heard late tonight in Memphis, we're going to get some storms and marginal chance here in your future cast up for Memphis. So here's the thing. Here for today's outlook, as you can actually look, Memphis is really not in any severe threat here for today. However, tomorrow, still kind of the same thing. So what you've heard is not really right. For the most part, we're not really expecting any severe weather to occur across the Memphis area. I tell you what, let's go ahead and turn on this light here. Make it a little bit more better to see. But anyways, regardless, like I said, obviously we are really not expecting any severe weather to occur across the Memphis, Tennessee area here, really over the next few days even. You know, like I said, for the next 3 days, we're not expecting any severe weather. Now, there is a possibility that you could see maybe a thunderstorm or two. I mean, theoretically, it could happen. But like I said, for the most part, the severe storms is relatively expected just north of you. And unfortunately, I'm actually inside of this severe thunderstorm watch here for today, so hopefully I don't get anything crazy. Hopefully it doesn't knock out the stream. I'm not going to jinx it, but like I said, obviously it is. We're going to see how this does end up playing out. So, but once again, so we have ourselves a new severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect here across portions of Cincinnati, Louisville. Obviously, those two populated areas here is inside of the watch zone. And like I said, this expires here at 10 o'clock Eastern time. If I take a look at this, it's actually 8 o'clock Pacific. Actually, no, hold on. So this would be 8 o'clock Pacific. So 9 o'clock Mountain, 10 o'clock Central, and 11 o'clock Eastern. It was this guy up here. Okay, yeah, it was actually this guy. So actually both of these expire here at 11 o'clock Eastern. I think they actually just extended that probably by an hour, which is actually kind of interesting. So, but regardless, like I said, obviously we are seeing ourselves, you know, these severe thunderstorm watches that are in effect. Basically what a watch means, or basically what this severe thunderstorm watch means is, hey, keep an eye on the weather today, as obviously some severe weather could be possible. So expect some possible severe thunderstorm warnings to be issued across the watch area there. But that is kind of, you know, that is kind of what we are expecting here. We have ourselves a lot of actually severe thunderstorm warnings that's been popping up across portions of the Mid-Atlantic. We actually have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here across portions of Sutton, directly south of Flatwoods. This does include portions of Interstate 79, directly west of Webster Springs. This does include portions of Cohen. This is right here in West Virginia, along the very central portion. Now, what this is warned for is 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail. So we can expect some possible hail up to penny size, and obviously some of those, you know, some of those wind gusts could get up to 60 miles per hour. Now, the area we're likely starting to see some of this hail is probably just south of Gasaway here. This is tracking its way over to the southeast, and eventually this will be impacting portions of Interstate 79 between Sutton and basically just directly south of Gasaway. So that's kind of actually what we are watching here right now. So this is going to need monitored for a little bit. Like I said, obviously severe hail is not expected yet out of this storm, but we can watch for potential upgrade here. We'll see how that goes for the most part. We got ourselves another actual severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here directly south of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, along portions of Interstate 79 and actually Interstate 70 here, right here towards Bentleyville. So obviously Bentleyville is expected to likely get hit relatively soon. The storm is moving also its way here to the east. Towards the areas of Twilight, probably be impacting in the next 20 minutes or so, according to the radar projections here for bits of Monson as well. Probably about 20 minutes until impact Fayette City, about 20, almost 30 minutes. Perrypolis, if it even reaches over there, probably about 40 minutes or so. But like I said, the warning only extends just west of Twilight for areas here of Centerville, Bentleyville, as well as Cokeburg. And we actually just now got a new severe thunderstorm warning for the cell just to the west of it. This does include portions also of Interstate 70 and 79. So now the new locations it's impacted is across portion of Claysville, as well as Green Hill. So that is kind of what we are talking about. So once again, my friends, that is kind of actively what we are seeing. So for this storm, it's actually a little bit different. Or actually, now it's the same here. Actually, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So obviously, hail up to the size of quarters could be possible out of both of these cells here, right towards the Pittsburgh area. Obviously, just a little bit to the west here, we actually have ourselves a bit more action that's actually going on here directly across the far east central side of Ohio. Now, these guys are not severe. Towards Smithfield and Harrisville, they're pretty strong storms. They look to be very, very strong here, but like I said, they're not considered severe. So I think for the most part, we actually are relatively fine out of these here as of right now. But that is actively what is going on. A few other cells is currently happening here. One across the far eastern side of North Carolina here. If we actually take a look here at the warning polygon, we can actually see that this is across portions of Columbia, Cresswell as well. So obviously 20 minutes to go here. We have until 6:30 Eastern time. This is for also 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and 3/4 inch size hail. So that is kind of what we are looking at. And it does look like we now have a tornado warning in effect across portions here of southeastern Indiana, directly due west of Cincinnati. Let's go and take a look at the closest radar here. Got to figure out where that is actually at. So that's obviously not really good. Let's go and take a look here at KILN here, and we'll see, that is kind of what we are looking at here. Anyways, let's see. Games Over Name says, hello, what's up? Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here. Caden says, hi, what's up, Caden? Hope you're doing all right. Sean says, hey, what's good, buddy? How are you? I'm doing pretty good. When's the storm going to hit tonight in Louisville? So, right now, the storms are not near Louisville. It'll probably be later on this evening, but that is kind of what we are talking about. So, that is currently, what we are going to be seeing. So, like I said, my friends, just obviously, we'll continue watching this here as it does progress its way down here to basically to the southeast here. But yeah, so like I said, obviously we have ourselves now a tornado warning that is in effect here directly west of Cincinnati, Ohio. Right here, this is actually in Indiana, right here on the far southeastern side. So areas does include Lawrenceburg, portions of Bright, St. Leon as well, east of Sunman. And this expires in 33 minutes, or until 6:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So that is kind of what we are talking about here. So let's go ahead and pull up velocity on this. So yeah, obviously we can tell that there is a bit of rotation that is actually active on side of the storm here, directly just southeast of Sunman and southwest of Bright, pretty much northwest of Greendale here, as you can actually see. So this is what is currently happening here at the moment. You can obviously tell, like I said, this little couplet here, this different changes in colors is actually telling me that there is a bit of rotation that is actually, obviously that there is actually going on here. So my friends out there, just please be safe. Definitely continue to watch this. And this is tracking kind of towards the Cincinnati area. I'm not going to lie with you. This will be towards Cleves at about 40 minutes or so, between, I'd say, 35 and 45 minutes to call it even here. So obviously we got to watch out for that, being possible. So we're going to keep our eye on this cell here. This is for, basically directly west of Cincinnati. This is in the state of Indiana. And like I said, if this does continue to pose a possible tornado threat, obviously this will be tracking towards the Cincinnati area. But right now, Cincinnati, you're not under an immediate threat for a tornado as of right now. But like I said, directly just west of you for areas here in Lawrenceburg, as well as Bright and Harrison and St. Leon, including portions of Interstate 275 and Interstate 74 here, 275 near Greendale. Also 74 across St. Leon. So that's kind of what we are actively watching. Like I said, this color figuration that you see right here, this is actually telling me that we have ourselves a bit of broad rotation that is currently going on here. So obviously, where there's rotation, there's obviously possibility of a tornado. So we gotta be assuming the worst here. Okay, so we obviously got to be assuming the worst here. So we'll definitely continue to watch this here. We'll definitely keep our eyes on this. So, but once again, so guys, a tornado warning is in effect here, directly east of Sunman across portions of Bright, as well as Greendale, St. Leon, as well as Harrison. And like I said, this does include portions of Interstate 74 and 275 here. So that is what we are watching right here on the far southeastern side of Indiana. This is what's going on. We actually have now a new tornado warning that's just now been issued across portions of West Virginia with that one cell we were just now watching. This isn't good. Okay, so now we have two active tornado warnings. You can obviously tell that there's a bit of rotation here directly southwest of Sutton. This is tracking its way here to the southeast. So obviously we have ourselves a bit of rotation. It's actually a pretty strong rotation that's actually ongoing here directly south of Interstate 79. From what it looks like, and this is also tracking its way here to the southeast. So not only do we have one, but now we have actually two active tornado warnings that is in effect here. So once again, my friends, this is now across the central side of West Virginia, directly due east of Charleston, south of Sutton, which, like I said, obviously just southwest of Sutton is where the rotation is located here. Also, Cohen is included in this warning as well. Directly west of Webster Springs. So we obviously got to watch out for that here. Like I said, there's obviously some rotation that is ongoing here. The green is basically representing air or winds that's moving at the radar. In this case, the radar is well over here, and obviously the red is kind of showing the winds move away from the radar. So we can infer just due to that tight area of rotation we see, or those tight differentials in colors, we can actually see that there is some rotation. That we can assume that there is some rotation that is ongoing here, and hence why this tornado warning has been issued. So, if we take a look here at correlation coefficient, really nothing yet. I don't think that that's a debris ball, but we should continue definitely watching this over the next little bit. We have ourselves a warning coming through here on the intercom. So let's go ahead and take a look at this here really quickly. I think it's a new severe thunderstorm warning for right here. Let's see. Okay, so yep. Okay, so yeah, this is that one that we just now seen popped up here. So this is a new warning that just now gotten issued across southeastern Illinois and actually now moving into Indiana here, as you can actually see. This is actually for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and actually this is also for ping pong ball size hail. So that is kind of what we are watching here. Let's see here. Got some more comments coming through. Sewing says, I have a feeling this fall will be a very active tornado season. We'll see how that goes. Games RNA says, I love watching these storm streams. They give me a lot of info on what to do if a storm is near me. Well, that's definitely the point of these live streams, is to make sure that you guys are up to date on the information here. And like I said, my friends, we are currently watching not one, but two tornado warnings that is in effect here. Let's go and take a look at the latest scan here on the radar view here, according to this latest severe thunderstorm that has just now gotten issued. Like I said, we have two different tornado warnings that is in effect here. For some reason, I don't think the radar is working over there. So let's go ahead and bring up the next closest one here, directly south of Louisville. You can obviously tell that this is a pretty nasty storm here. You can actually see here by these colors that are showing the pinks and the blues. That's actually likely where we are starting to see our hail. Kind of cross, areas here of Calhoun and Parkersburg. There's probably some hail that's falling. We actually do have some reports of 2-inch hail, apparently. Wow. Okay, so that's about egg-size hail. Hen egg-size hail has actually already fallen here, according to social media. So 2-inch hail has already been reported here. It's pretty interesting. We have another report here from 1.3, so it does look like the hail is actually growing in size. So obviously this will eventually kind of be tracking its way here just to the south, southeast. So eventually, maybe far down the line, like areas here towards Evansville, if this thing continues to produce of what is currently doing, then obviously this could become a concern for the areas here down towards towards Evansville and stuff like that. But as of right now, it's still relatively far a ways off here. So, but anyway, so let's go and talk about these tornado warnings that we do have in effect here for the new people who are joining here. Obviously, welcome, my friends. Hope you guys are doing all right. Glad to have you here, first of all. But like I said, directly due west of Cincinnati, I'd say really not even that far away from Cincinnati, towards the areas here near Lawrenceburg, Bright, as well as St. Leon, just south of St. Leon here, we have ourselves a tornado warning that is in effect here. Now, if we take a look at the velocity scan, directly just southwest of, like I said, directly southwest here of Bright, we actually are seeing this area here of rotation that is ongoing. And like I said, obviously with areas of rotation, you can expect a possible tornado out of this. So once again, tornado warnings in effect here for southeastern Indiana, across the areas here of Bright, as well as Lawrenceburg included, directly east of Sunman. So that is actively what we are watching here as of right now. And like I said, we have ourselves another tornado warning that is in effect here across West Virginia. If we switch to the radar here in Charleston, West Virginia, we'll actually see that there's also a bit of strong rotation that is actually kind of still kicking off here across portions here directly south now of Sutton. So that is kind of what we are talking about. So But like I said, my friends, we are going to keep an eye on this. Like I said, right around in here is where we are seeing some turbulence that is currently happening here. So there is actively a bit of severe, like I said, obviously there is some rotation that's ongoing here. So obviously we can expect prepare for the worst of a possible tornado. Like I said, also areas that does include is Cohen here, right across the central side of West Virginia here. We have a bit of severe thunderstorm action going on here directly south of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and obviously hail up to the size of quarters could be possible here. And if we look, we actually have ourselves maybe a bit of broad rotation. I'd say pretty weak rotation. Kind of towards Bethel Park, as you can kind of see right here, we have some outs and some ends here. Obviously the green is representing winds moving towards the radar, and red showing the move away from the radar. So obviously we can ensure that there might be a little bit of maybe some broad rotation, maybe some weak rotation that's ongoing here towards Bethel Park in southwestern Pennsylvania. Now, do they have a tornado possible? They do. As you can actually see right here, they put a tornado possible tag saying, hey, okay, there's no imminent threat of a tornado, but tornadoes can quickly develop from severe storms, and like we were just now looking at, my friends, we can actually see that there is a bit of rotation that is kind of going on here towards Bethel Park. So obviously that is something we should probably consider watching here. We should probably consider keeping an eye on here for. Like I said, my friends, that is what we are watching. So once again, my friends, let's go ahead and switch on back here down to the Cincinnati storm here. Like I said, directly west of Cincinnati, we are watching a potentially tornadic cell that is ongoing near the areas here of Lawrenceburg as well as Bright. Harrison also included here inside of this tornado warnings. You can actually see right here, like I said, the color differential between the pinks and like the really light blue and obviously the greens here. This is actually indicating that we might be actually seeing ourselves a decent amount of rotation that is actually ongoing inside of this storm here. So obviously this is a concern. And like I said, obviously areas where you have rotation, obviously a tornado can be possible. The next step after the rotation would obviously be for the tornado to be on the ground. And as of right now, we have zero confirmation that the tornado is on the ground, but obviously you are in a tornado warning and there is potential here, and obviously you should be treating it as a tornado is on the ground here. So once again, areas here directly west of Cincinnati and southeastern Indiana, we actually are watching a tornado warning that is in effect here east of Sunman, racially across portions here of Lawrenceburg as well as Bright and directly southwest of Harrison. So that is what we are actively watching here. That's actually one out of the 2 tornado warnings we are watching. And like I said, we have another tornado warning that's in effect here across West Virginia, directly just east here of Charleston, West Virginia, right here directly now south of Sutton. As you can obviously tell, there is still a lot of turbulence that is currently going on here directly, just south of Sutton here. So obviously, like I said, we are watching ourselves, we were actually watching ourselves a decent amount of rotation that was ongoing here. So kind of the similarity between that storm and the other storm we're watching in southeastern Indiana is, like I said, there is some rotation. Next step would be for there to be a tornado on the ground. So we should treat it as if a tornado is on the ground regardless. As of right now, we have zero confirmation that this tornado is on the ground out of both of these cells. But like I said, we should definitely continue watching it here. Anyways, let's go ahead and see here. Got some more comments coming through here. Let's see here. Wacky the Whaleysaurus says hello. Oh, what's up? Hope you're doing all right. Judy says, I've been thinking nothing's happened near us than last week. Wind shear of at least 80 miles per hour brought down trees, wires, making it hard to find a way home. We had many men and chainsaws around. Well, obviously, Judy, I was glad to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing all right, my friend. And obviously, I'm just glad to see that you're okay. That's obviously kind of scary. We have been seeing some decent amount of crazy weather here recently. That is absolutely for sure. Let's go ahead and see here. But yeah, so that is kind of what we are talking about. Let's see here. Is that cell in Indiana coming towards Cincinnati, says Verts. So yes, that one cell that is currently tornado warned is indeed tracking pretty much towards the southern edge of Cincinnati. So like I said, as of right now, there is no active tornado warning for Cincinnati. But like I said, there is a pretty nasty rotating storm, what we call a supercell, that is tracking towards the Cincinnati area. So I would say, like I said, right now, there's no reason to seek shelter. There is no imminent tornado danger for Cincinnati. But like I said, just west of it, for the areas here just basically southwest of Harrison, areas of Bright and Lawrenceburg, you should be inside of your shelters as you are actually seeing a possible tornado threat here. This is like I said, we have seen ourselves a bit of rotation that has actually been ongoing there. So obviously, with there's rotation, obviously there is the potential of Like I said, obviously there is the potential of seeing a tornado, which I hope is definitely not the case. And like I said, obviously tornadoes can be a possibility for today, so we definitely have got to keep our eyes peeled here all across a lot of the states here. Like I said, obviously that is what we are watching. So let's go ahead and see. G-Bro says, Northern Indiana here. Let's go and see. This young man does a great job. Thank you. You're very, very welcome, G-Bro. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're doing all right, my friend. Appreciate the support. Let's go ahead and see. Hype says, I don't think there's a severe threat for me today. I'm just tuning in. Well, I'm glad you are, my friend. Hope you're doing all right. Let's see. Jakey says, forgot to tell you we had a funnel cloud advisory a few days ago. I've never heard of a funnel cloud advisory. That must be a Canada thing like you were saying here. Let's see here. But yeah, so that is kind of what we are talking about, my friends. And Jerry says, hello from Arkansas. What's up, Jerry? Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here, my friend. So, but like I said, we're going to keep our eye on these cells here very, very closely. Because like I said, there is a bit of rotation that is ongoing here in central West Virginia. Well east of Charleston. I'd say it probably 50 miles or so, roughly, east of Charleston. That's just a guess, really. This is directly south of Sutton. As you can actually see here, the area here of Sutton is not currently actually seeing the storm here currently, as obviously the reflectivity is more south, but the scans are more south here. But we can see on the velocity scan that there is a bit of rotation directly due south of Sutton. I'd say probably at least a few miles. So obviously, like I said, this expires in 18 minutes. We have ourselves obviously until and in this case until 6:45 Eastern time before the tornado warning for areas here just south of Sutton and Cohen, west of Webster Springs here in central West Virginia. Obviously, this is in effect here until 6:45. So, and then, like I said, obviously we have this other tornado warning that is in effect here directly west of Cincinnati. This also expires here in 18 minutes. So once again, also at 6:45 Eastern, as we can still see, there is a bit of broad rotation, or there is a bit of rotation, I should say, directly just southwest of Bright here. As we can actually see directly southwest of Bright, this area we are watching right here is indeed some rotation that is currently ongoing here. So that is what we are talking about. This storm is also just northwest of Lawrenceburg here. So that is what we are watching. So, but like I said, my friends, we got to just keep an eye on this. We definitely just got to keep our eyes watching this storm here. Because like I said, as of right now, I don't have any confirmation that this is on the ground. But I can tell you, like I said, I can tell you that there is some pretty strong rotation that is actually ongoing with this storm, as we can see here in velocity, just southwest of Bright here, northwest of Lawrenceburg. And like I said, obviously where there is some rotation, you can obviously expect a possible tornado. So obviously, like I said, worst case scenario, a tornado will happen here. But like I said, obviously we got to definitely keep on watching this here very, very closely. And like I said, obviously towards the areas here, Bright here, directly north of Lawrenceburg. But that is what we are actively watching. So, but once I said, my friends, please just be safe out there. We're going to keep on hopping between these two storms. We also were watching these storms directly south of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Like I was actually saying, you guys, there's actually a little bit of rotation that might be happening with this cell here, as you can actually kind of see towards Bethel Park. It's relatively broad meaning large, and obviously you need really small rotation for it to be spinning a lot faster. You might actually think that large rotation is bad, but actually large rotation is better because it needs to tighten up before a tornado does form. But anyways, so there is a bit of broad rotation. There is no imminent tornado threat here. But like I said, towards Bethel Park, there is some ins and outs, and obviously there is some winds that's probably rotating very largely. Across these areas here towards Bethel Park, directly south of Green Hills and west of Marianna. This does include portions of Interstate 79 as well. Now, like I said, that's where there's some possible rotation that's ongoing, but if we take a look at the National Weather Service warning here, they did indicate a tornado being possible. Now, like I said, what this means is not that there's an imminent tornado that's expected. If there's an imminent tornado danger, they would obviously issue a tornado warning. This is basically just saying, hey, tornadoes can quickly develop from severe thunderstorms. So obviously keep your eyes peeled, as a tornado may become necessary down the line if trends continue and if things strengthen. So that's kind of exactly what the tornado possible means here. And like I said, there has been a bit of rotation we've actually been watching here towards Bethel Park. So this might be something to keep on watching. This might be something to keep our eyes out here for, as another tornado warning potentially could get issued down the line. We'll see how that goes. But as of right now, there is no tornado warning in effect for Pennsylvania, which is obviously some great news. Across the Southwest, we actually have ourselves a lot of active severe thunderstorms that is actually still going on across portions of southern California here. We actually have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning here for, let's see, 60 mile per hour wind gusts. This is mostly over rural areas here, so I'm not really concerned about too many of these areas here. But obviously, across the Southwest, we've been dealing with a lot of flooding here recently. Here's another set of storms here for 60 mile per hour wind gusts south of Tuscan. I feel like we were watching here yesterday, actually, now more I think about it. But yeah, so that is kind of what we are watching here. So obviously our main concern is across the across the Ohio Valley for today. Obviously as severe weather is expected. Anyways, let's go ahead and see here. B Code says, "What's good, Andrew? Not much. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're hanging in there, my friend. Glad to have you here. Thanks for the up-to-the-minute update," says L. Dot. You're very, very welcome. You know I got you. You know I'm here for you guys. All of you guys, you know that we're here for y'all. And you know that we're going to be here to give you guys latest information. Like I said, I just want you all to be safe. That's all we care about here is that obviously that you guys stay safe and obviously stay, up to date and stuff like that. But that is kind of, that's kind of our main concern here. Let's see here. We got ourselves, I've noticed that trees in our yard has yellow leaves. I don't know why not fall yet. That could be a dying tree, actually. That could obviously be a dying tree here. L. Dot says, "I'm in Pittsburgh." So like I said, obviously we are watching ourselves the cell to south of Pittsburgh. So keep on watching it. Now first, Pittsburgh specifically, honestly, there's really no imminent anything for Pittsburgh. I mean, obviously there's a bit of rain just to the west here, but honestly, it does not really look anything too crazy here. Anyways, let's go ahead and see here. Christian says, "You, my friend Andrew, you're from Kentucky." I'm actually from Virginia. I actually live in Virginia, but I'm actually here in Kentucky for the rest of the year, actually. So technically, I'm temporarily living in Kentucky as of right now. But yeah. So like I said, my friends, we have two different active tornado warnings that is in effect here. We're going to hop back to the one here in Cincinnati, or west of Cincinnati. My program has decided it wanted to crash on us, so I tell you what, let's go ahead and restart this here. This program's been absolutely being stupid here for the last little bit, so let's go ahead and get this back up for you guys. I don't know what's been going on with it. It's been loving to crash here. I don't know if it's like a firewall problem or anything. I don't know if that's even a possibility, but anyways, regardless, let's go ahead and switch on back here, because like I was saying, we are watching this one cell directly west of Cincinnati here. You can obviously kind of tell there is a bit of a hook echo that's ongoing here. This is just south of Bright. And like I said, if we take a look here back at velocity scan, you can actually still see that there is a bit of something happening. A bit of turbulence is ongoing here. It's not as crazy as the rotation was looking, but like I said, obviously this is still a tornado warning here. This is in effect here for another 12 minutes. So this will be in effect until 6:45 Eastern time until this does get canceled here. So that is kind of what we are watching here once again. Like I said, this is right here towards Lawrenceburg, right next to Greendale, directly just southwest of Harrison, and west here of Cleves here. So that is kind of actively what we are watching. Now, like I said, we're going to keep our eyes open for it. Correlation coefficient is not showing any debris signature. So as of right now, we have zero confirmation that this is on the ground here. But like I said, we should assume for the worst. We should assume the worst, and you should be inside of your shelters across those locations. Once again, Lawrenceburg as well as Greendale, I believe. Yeah, Greendale, you guys have got to be inside of your shelters. Obviously, that is the best place to be. Obviously, if you have a storm cellar, or if you have a if you have a storm cellar or a if you have a basement, that's obviously the best place that you want to go. If you don't have any of those, like I said, obviously the next option would be go into the central and interior portion of your home and put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible, basically just to prevent, obviously have more layers between you and the outside to help protect you. So, but yeah, so that's kind of what is going on here. So like I said, we're going to continue the progression of that cell as it is tracking its way here, basically towards southern Cincinnati here. So we are going to keep our eyes out for this. We also do have ourselves another tornado warning that's in effect here across West Virginia, here just east of Charleston, directly north of Richwood. This is including portions here of Cohen, directly west of Webster Springs. This is also in effect for Sutton, but obviously, like I said, the storm is south of Sutton. They can obviously probably update this here relatively soon. Sutton, like I said, obviously the storm is just more to the south of you. We can kind of see this little shrimp that's going on here. You can actually see how it kind of curves like this. That might be a possible hook echo that we are watching, where warm air is being pulled up into this little notch that we see here, and overall fueling the storm. Now, here's the thing. If we take a look here back at velocity, we can still tell that there is some rotation that is actively ongoing here. Radar is right here. So basically what this is telling us is the green is saying, okay, so we have the winds that's moving at the radar, and the red is showing it moving away from the radar. So we can infer that there is a bit of rotation that is actively going on inside of the storm here. So we can assume where there's rotation, there's obviously a possible tornado here. So like I said, there is some pretty strong rotation that is ongoing with this cell. And if you are anywhere across these locations here, like I said, obviously for areas here just south of Sutton, as well as areas here for Cohen, west of Webster Springs, you should honestly be inside of your shelter, because you know, like I said, obviously this is some pretty strong rotation that is actively happening here. So, but like I said, my friends, please be safe out there. If you have any questions, you know that we're here for you guys, and throw them down below. We're gonna try to obviously get you guys there. We're obviously gonna keep you guys up to date and stuff like that. It's what we're here for. Obviously that is the case all the time here. You know that we're here for you guys. But anyway, so like I said, we are also watching this cell directly just south of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, on the far southwestern side. This is actually a severe thunderstorm warning for areas here at Bethel Park, Mariana, Kochberg as well, and Green Hills. Now the problem with the storm here as of right now is actually 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so the winds could get up to 60, and obviously hail up to the size of quarters. Could be possible. But like I was saying, there is a bit of broad rotation, some pretty large rotation. We were actually watching here over the last several scans, and the National Weather Service did put a tornado possible tag here. Not saying that there's an imminent tornado danger, but like I said, obviously saying that tornadoes can quickly develop from severe thunderstorms. So, like I said, since we've been seeing a bit of broad rotation, obviously we're going to need to continue monitoring that. That's basically what that is talking about. So, but yeah, so like my friends, like I said, obviously we're going to keep our eyes on that as well here over the next little bit. And so that is currently what we are talking about. So, let's see. Brady says there's a flash flood warning in Idaho. Finally rain. Well, obviously, Brady, hope you stay safe there. That is definitely pretty crazy. I know there's places that don't get a lot of rain. If you get, even if you don't get much rain, then obviously you get a lot of rain. Obviously, that can lead to some pretty bad flooding. Kind of similar to what we are actually seeing here in southwestern United States, where we actually did have a lot of flash flooding that was ongoing there, which is actually kind of interesting. And now that I'm actually looking at it, kind of looks like we actually have 2 new areas of possible tropical development. That might be something we need to update here over the next few days. Nothing going on in the Atlantic. The Atlantic has been kind of scarily quiet. I mean, we are in La Nina, which obviously is still kind of active in favor. So honestly, we might be seeing an active trend potentially coming up here in the Atlantic relatively soon. We'll continue watching this, though. But yeah, so like I said, that is currently, what we are talking about here in the Southwest. Like I said, we have seen a lot of flooding that's ongoing there. Still a lot of lingering flash flood warnings that we actually were just looking at here. So, but anyways, like I said, right here towards Cincinnati, we are still watching directly west of Cincinnati, we are still watching a tornado warning. That is in effect here directly just north of, or actually for Lawrenceburg. The area of interest is directly north of Lawrenceburg here, and directly south of Bright. Now, these 2 locations are obviously inside of, this tornado warning. I'm actually going to turn off this light. I feel like the monitor makes my face look green enough. But anyway, so like I said, obviously we are going to watch this here pretty closely as a tornado is possible here. So we have this tornado warning that's in effect here for 7 more minutes, or until 6:45 Eastern Time, 5:45 Central Time for the people who are following along. And I believe that this is actually, I'm not actually sure if this is Central or Eastern Time. I think it's Eastern Time actually. But regardless, like I said, this is in effect here just for a few more minutes, so we're going to continue watching it. Same thing for this tornado warning here, also expires in 6 minutes, or obviously 6:45 here as well. So, but like I said, we have ourselves another tornado warning here in West Virginia. So here's the states, my friends. Here's Virginia. Here's West Virginia. We zoom in here towards just east of Charleston. We'll actually grab the Charleston radar here, and we'll zoom up to the east here, along portions here of Interstate 79. And as we can actually see, the rotation's actually getting pretty strong here. That is actually not very good here. Directly just southeast of Sutton and directly west of Webster Springs. So from what I see, it looks like the rotation is not really going anywhere. And it actually looks like the rotation is may even be strengthening a bit. Now here's the thing. This warning expires in 6 minutes. Now, personally, but what I believe that what's going to end up happening here is that we're going to get another tornado warning that's probably going to be issued for Webster Springs here. It's kind of what I'm thinking. I think that we might see another tornado warning being issued for Cohen and Webster Springs here in any minute now. Because, like I said, obviously the expiration date of this tornado warning is getting ready to expire, but we are... Personally, I am still seeing a lot of rotation that is ongoing. So, I do expect, as of right now, I do expect definitely an extension warning to be issued possibly for Webster Springs here in Cohen. So, like I said, obviously, if you're in Webster Springs right now, it would be considered a good thing to prepare if a tornado warning is issued. Like I said, right now there's no tornado warning for Webster Springs, but like I said, obviously it would not hurt to prepare in case if a tornado warning is issued, because personally I highly believe that we are going to see an possible extension warning here out of the one we currently are seeing. Just due to the fact that this one's about to expire, and I am still seeing some pretty strong rotation as currently visible here. Like I said, the green is representing a lot of air moving towards the radar, and in the red showing it moving away from the radar. So we can obviously infer that there is likely some rotation that is currently going on here currently. So obviously that is kind of a big concern and something that we have got to definitely continue watching here as of now. Correlation coefficient still really not showing anything. This is the product we use to look for debris up in the sky. Obviously, you know, objects as a tornado has picked up and thrown all over the place. Right now, we're not really seeing anything. So as of right now, I cannot tell you that this is actually on the ground. But like I said, there is actually some pretty strong rotation that is ongoing here currently. So, like I said, obviously just please be safe out there. Make sure that you continue monitoring this. Like I said, obviously this is a tornado warning for areas here of Cohen. Sutton is inside of this, but like I said, obviously Sutton is far away from where I'm kind of talking about here. So Sutton, you're relatively okay as of right now, even though you're still in the warning. But like I said, obviously the area of interest is well just southeast of Sutton here. Now Cohen, though, like I said, obviously areas here of Cohen and Webster Springs should honestly, definitely Cohen should be in their shelter. But like I said, Webster Springs should consider watching this here very, very closely. So like I said, obviously, I do expect a possible extension warning to be issued for this, for this storm here currently. Because like I said, the tornado warning is about to expire in 3 minutes or until 6:45 here. And like I said, I do expect this to be extended possibly even into Webster Springs. So that is kind of what we are talking about, my friends. And like I said, we cannot forget about this other tornado warning that we do have in effect here directly west of Cincinnati. Now, this guy is about to expire as well. We still have a little bit of turbulence directly due east of Greendale, or across the areas of Greendale, kind of tracking towards Addison as well as basically Cleves here. Now, like I said, this is not as crazy looking as that West Virginia storm we were just now looking at. Now, as of right now, I don't know if they're going to re-extend this. I have my doubts, but we'll definitely keep an eye on this. Like I said, both of these warnings are about to be canceled here, but like I said, I really kind of do expect a possible another warning to be issued, or an extension warning to potentially be issued for this West Virginia storm here, as obviously, like I said, there is obviously still some pretty decent rotation that was ongoing according to the latest scans here. So obviously that is an area of interest we still have got to monitor very, very closely. Now, if we take a look here up here towards Evansville, Indiana, the closest radar here, we can actually notice, actually I don't think that radar was working, well, now it decides it wants to, but anyways, as we can actually notice, there's actually a very, very nasty storm that's currently tracking its way through the region here in southeastern Illinois here. We have tons and tons of hail reports. Each one of these little yellow sign things here is actually hail reports. We had 1.3 inches, we had 1 inch, so basically to be classified as severe hail, it has to be 1 inch in diameter or larger, 1 inch equivalent to a quarter. So obviously, like I said, we've had some pretty large hail, 1 inch, 1.8, almost 2 inches, 1.5 there, 1.3, and obviously, we actually had ourselves another one here being reported for 2 inches as well. We also do have ourselves some damaging wind reports. Large tree blown down northeast of, or on Northeastern Street. I think it's how you pronounce it. I think it's Street, Northeast Street. So obviously, like I said, there is, obviously not only is there some hail that's actively going on with that, but there's also obviously maybe even some damaging wind potential that's obviously going there. So, but yeah, so like I said, my friends, that is what we are watching here. Like I said, we are getting ready to see both of these warnings be expired here Like I said, for the Webster storm, or near the Webster area, I do expect there to be a possibility of a re-extension of this warning here. I mean, obviously, if you look right now, you can kind of see just northwest of Cohen. You can obviously kind of tell that there is a bit of rotation that is still very, very active here. Like I said, the winds moving towards the radar here indicated in the green and moving away from the radar indicated in the red here. We can infer that there is some rotation, and pretty strong rotation that's actually kind of going on here, relatively just northwest of Cohen. So, like I said, the warning is about to be expired here relatively soon. But like I said, I personally have beliefs that we could see a re-extension warning being issued for Cohen yet again, as well as Webster. So that is kind of actively what we are talking about. So it's something definitely to keep our eyes out here open for. So the areas here now in Sutton, you're now canceled inside the tornado warning. There's no longer in effect here. Also Cohen, as of right now, you're not in a tornado warning. But like I said, I will mention that there is some pretty strong rotation that is indeed still going on here, just northwest of Cohen here, directly west of Webster Springs. And this storm is kind of tracking its way down here, down to the southeast. And eventually this kind of will go over Cohen. Like I said, personally, if I was Cohen, if I was in Cohen, I would recommend going to your shelter right now. Even though now you're not under a tornado warning, I'm going to say it right now, you should be in your shelter right now. I'm just saying, due to the fact that we are seeing some pretty daggone strong rotation that's actually still kicking off with the storm here. So areas of Cohen, I would recommend still being in shelter right now. But like I said, areas of Sutton, you're now safe to come out of your shelter here now. Now, like I said, rotation is still a factor here. The latest scan did just come out here, and it's still obviously showing that there is some rotation that's happening here, which is obviously no good. But currently, now we have both of those tornado warnings being canceled. But like I said, obviously, we got to watch this very, very closely. And like I was also saying here, towards the Pittsburgh area, we are actually watching another area of pretty broad rotation, some pretty large rotation that was actually likely going on there. If we take a look here back towards the Pittsburgh radar, and you can actually kind of see here that there was a bit of broad rotation that was actually kind of going on there, especially a while back. If we go ahead and pull back on this, you can kind of see here towards Bethel Park at one point, there was actually a decent amount of possible rotation there. But like you can obviously still tell that that's really not going anywhere. There is obviously still a lot of turbulence, very active with this storm here. This is not severe anymore, but obviously towards Mariana, like I said, obviously should probably still watch this. Like I said, it's definitely something to not keep our eyes off of, as it could be possible here. So. But anyways, so like I said, that's what's currently happening here, my friends. Like I said, obviously, I hope you all are staying safe here. And like I said, if you have any questions, throw them down in the chat here. We got you guys covered. I want you guys to be prepared. I want you guys to be safe here, obviously, because that is obviously our number one concern, is to make sure that you guys stay up to date, make sure that you guys stay safe here, because like I said, severe weather is definitely a big possibility for today. And like I said, all hazards is actually a possibility in regard to tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds, is actually all a factor for today. So obviously, please, please, please be safe out there, my friends. And if you have any questions, you know that we are going to be here for you. So, okay, my program is dying again here, which kind of sucks. So let's go ahead and restart this yet again. But like I was saying, here's the actual Storm Prediction Center outlook here. We have a 2 out of 5 severe threat for today. We can obviously see that. So obviously, tornadoes is a concern across portions of Kentucky, Ohio, and southern Indiana. Damaging winds is a big concern for areas here of Nebraska, all the way into the Ohio Valley, and hail is also a concern for a lot of these areas here as well. But that is kind of, that's the threat here for today. So definitely something to watch out for here really over the next little bit. So, but anyways, let's go ahead and move on back here to the radar view. I finally got it back up here and running. But like I was saying here, we are actually still watching a pretty nasty storm tracking its way here down to the southeast, getting ready to move into portions here of Indiana, currently located in southeastern Illinois. This is a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here. Actually, 2 severe thunderstorm warnings that's in effect here across portions of Bridgeport, portions of Calhoun, as well as St. Francisville. So that is kind of what we are talking about. So obviously, wind gusts up to 60-mile-per-hour winds, and obviously $half size hail could be possible. I don't have a $half with me, but obviously slightly bigger than quarter size could be possible out of this storm here across those locations. Then just to the south, actually a little bit more worse down here, towards areas here of Hazleton, portions of Patoka, portions of Princeton, Belmont, Albion, as well as Bone Gap here as well, West Salem included. You can actually see, I mean, just based off of this gradient here, from really not raining too much to just absolute heavy rainfall. So obviously across these locations here, we're likely seeing ourselves a pretty nasty storm here, obviously with some damaging wind gusts, in this case up to 60 miles per hour as well. But in this case, we can actually expect possible hail up to the size of ping pong balls. So imagine ping pong ball size hail in the form of solid ice. It's obviously not as light as a ping pong ball. Being ice and the same size is much more heavier. Obviously, moving potentially at 60 miles per hour can be a concern. And as we kind of look here towards just relatively east of Bone Gap here, we can kind of see where these colors definitely start to turn into the purples and the pinks and obviously the blues. These are the locations we are likely starting to see some of those ice crystals, some of those hail that the radar is actually scanning well up in the atmosphere. So that is kind of actively what we are seeing. So the hail is likely possible, or I'd say it's possible, near Bone Gap here, relatively to the east of Bone Gap here currently. So that is kind of what we are talking about. Anyways, let's go ahead and see here. But yeah, so that is kind of what we are talking about. Christian says, I'm watching as well from Kentucky. Sounds pretty good. Let's see here. Sewing says, when will Oklahoma get rain, especially western Oklahoma? And poor firefighters. So here's the thing. We're really not doing too many current forecasts. Like I said, right now we're just paying attention. We got ourselves a new extension warning here, by the way. So we'll do a personal forecast live stream here probably tomorrow. Like I said, right now we're obviously kind of busy right now. But like I said, I had a feeling that they were going to re-extend this warning, and that they sure in fact did. So we now have ourselves a tornado warning that is now once again in effect for Cohen. This also does include portions of Camden on Galley, east of Craigsville, south of Webster Springs here. We actually are currently watching this. We have 24 minutes to go, so basically until 7:15 Eastern time, 6:15 Central if you're following along in the Central time here. Once again, this is across the portions of the far east central side of West Virginia here. So this is now a tornado warning that is in effect here. Like I said, we were actually watching some decent rotation that has been going on with this storm here currently near Cohen here. We can actually currently see here. So obviously, like I said, my friends, please be safe there. We can actually see that there is some rotation near the Cohen area. And like I said, like I was saying before this secondary warning was issued, I would have recommended to stay inside of your shelter in Cohen. And obviously that's for the good. So like I said, there is still some rotation. Radar's just to the west here of this warning here, as you can actually look at. And the green is indicating all the air or the winds moving towards the radar, and obviously the red is indicating it moving away from the radar. So we can infer that there is a bit of rotation that is currently going on overhead here of Cohen. And this storm is tracking its way down here to the southeast. As you can actually see the vector here pointing in the southeastern direction. So obviously we got to watch out for that. So just please be safe out there. Obviously, we're going to keep an eye on the storm here, as obviously this is kind of our main concern. I did not mean to do that. Obviously, this is kind of our main concern here. So definitely, just keep our eyes. We need to keep our eyes open for this. If we take a look here at correlation coefficient, there is a bit of a drop here. I can't tell you if this is actually tornadic debris or if this is just contamination here. So we might... I mean, this does line up right here with the velocity. I will mention this does line up with the velocity. So this could be a possible tornado on the ground here. It's kind of hard to tell if it's contamination here or if it's actually, just rotation. But we're obviously just going to keep an eye on it. We're going to keep on watching. As of right now, the warning still has this as a radar indicated threat, saying, hey, radar's picked up rotation, what we were just looking at. That's what a radar indicated threat means. Now, a radar confirmed threat would be if this was actual debris we were talking about here. So I can tell you there is a bit of a drop that is currently over Cohen. And like I said, that is kind of where that rotation is located here. So obviously, like I said, you better be inside of your shelter here in Cohen, as we could possibly be seeing a tornado here that's on the ground now in central West Virginia. So that is actively what we are talking about. So my friends out there, please be safe. If you have any questions, let me know. We're here for you guys. We're going to be here for y'all. Let's see here. Squid says, this kid is now my official weatherman. Well, thank you so much. Greatly appreciated there. Definitely glad to help you guys out. Obviously that's what we're here for. We're here to make sure that you guys stay up to date here. Sewing says he's good, especially for his age. Well, thank you so much, Sewing. Greatly appreciated. Squid says in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Well, stay safe there, my friend. Let's see here. But yeah, so like I said, that's kind of, like I said, we are watching also that one cell in, just south of Pittsburgh. Here comes another warning. being issued here on the intercom. Like I said, we are watching an area of broad rotation, right here towards the south. That was once over Bethel Park. It's not really a concern anymore for me, honestly. I really kind of think it's not really a big concern, but it's something we should watch out for. Let's see. Okay, a new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. Let's see here. We're going to turn off the outlook here. We're going to turn off the outlook because it kind of blends in with the watches we have in effect here. Okay, so they're probably going to be extending in here. We're probably going to see it pop up across like these locations, maybe. Somewhere around in there, obviously. We can see based off of velocity, though. Look at this straight up line. This is actually where we are starting to see a lot of those potential damaging winds over there. In this case, up to 60 miles per hour being possible. See near Princeton. Let's see. Okay, so we get Oakland City as well. So they must have. We're about to get the update here in a minute. So I would assume that Fort Branch would be included. Oakland City would probably be included here as well. But like I said, obviously with this storm, 60 mile per hour wind gusts, and obviously ping pong ball size hail is a big possibility here. So definitely keep an eye on it. Here we go with that one cell. They issued a new warning. They just issued another warning here in southwestern Pennsylvania here. Let's see. For areas here, all right, here we go. For Bealsville, portions of California, Brownsville, Republic, portions of Rice's Landing. It's a pretty weird name. Fairdale, Masontown. So like I said, right here towards Marietta, we actually have ourselves now a new severe thunderstorm warning. Now, the damaging winds is not a concern. But the hail is a possibility. As we can actually see here that we actually have 1-inch hail being possible up to the size of quarters. So this does include portions here of Interstate 79. So that is kind of what we are watching here. So obviously we got to keep our eyes out for it. They got rid of that tornado tag though, so that's definitely some good news. And obviously speaking of tornadoes, like I said, we have ourselves a tornado warning that is in effect here. Like I said, that is in effect here. Directly east of Charleston. So basically also directly east here of Summersville. Relatively now south of Webster Springs here. Basically right here, just basically northwest of Marlinton. So obviously areas here towards Cohen. It looks like the rotation is now relatively to your east, southeast. But I will tell you, like I said, there is still some rotation that is ongoing here. It's relatively large rotation now. It's not very, very compacted, but obviously, like I said, we should still watch out for this. Like I said, obviously, a tornado could be a possible outcome with this storm here. Because like I said, where there's rotation, you obviously have that possible tornado threat. So definitely, we got to watch this here very, very closely, as this thing might have the potential of producing a tornado here. So obviously this is kind of a big concern here. Now, like I was saying, obviously there has been kind of there was kind of this big spike across Cohen. Now, I don't really think that this might be tornadic debris. I think it just might be contamination or, obviously in this case, maybe even some small hail that's being detected by radar. I'm not going to go forward and say that this was a confirmed tornado. I'm going to wait for the National Weather Service to respond on that. But obviously, like I said, this is obviously still, still something. This is still a pretty nasty situation, and it is still something we got to continue watching here. Here we go. Here's that new warning that just now popped up across portions of Poseyville at Fort Branch. Portions here of Oakland City as well. This is now moving into southwestern Indiana. We have to take a look here at the close radar here in Louisville, directly just south of Louisville here. We can actually see that this is a relatively nasty cell that we're talking about here. Currently, we are expecting the possibility of maybe seeing some damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour. Obviously, in this case, we can also expect maybe some hail up to the size of $50. So that is kind of what we are seeing. So once again, my friends, please be safe out there. You got any questions, throw them down the chat here. We're going to be here for y'all. Let's see. Not Zach says, hey, anything for anything for Stuart, Iowa tonight? So here's the thing, my friend. Across your location, like I said, we're not really doing any areas here. We're not really doing any forecasts since we have a lot that's going on right now. But since I know where Stuart, Iowa is, I can tell you that, like I said, there is a possibility of a few severe storms here for today. You're not 1 out of 5 threat, so just keep an eye on it here, my friend. But anyway, so like I said, we're just gonna keep on watching the cells. We're definitely just going to keep on keeping an eye on this tornado warning that we do have in effect here, kind of across the central side of West Virginia, directly east of Charleston, relatively directly east of Charleston, south of Webster Springs, east of Summersville. Relatively, this does include Richwood, east of Craigsville. Also, basically just kind of northwest of Marlinton. So like I said, obviously there is the tornado possibility inside of the storm here. Now the storm is relatively moving out of Cohen here, which is obviously some good news. You are still in the tornado warning though, so you should still be inside of your shelter. It kind of looks like, at least on the latest scan, that rotation may be dying down. Obviously I can't confirm that yet, but I tell you what, we should definitely, we should still continue watching it. Yeah, you can kind of see how the colors get a lot more lighter here. That might be a step in the right direction, but I also will mention that these storms also are known to recycle themselves, which is obviously not a good thing. And if you look here on reflectivity, you can also kind of tell here that this storm, it might be just kind of degrading here. It might be just kind of decaying, I should say. So that might be, that might be the scenario here. So this might be actually good news. But like I said, obviously there is still this tornado warning that is in effect here, and this is, as long as this tornado warning is in effect, you should obviously still be in your shelter. And like I said, we'll let you know when it's safe to come out of your shelter. Right now, though, areas of Cohen, Camden on Galley, portions here of Richwood as well, basically directly west of Marlinton. We should obviously watch out for, like I said, obviously a possible tornado still. We should still keep an eye on this here currently. So it's definitely still a possible concern here. So, but anyways, so let's go ahead and take a look here. Let's actually grab this local view. Maybe the radar will work this time. I know sometimes it hasn't in the past, but there we go. So actually we have ourselves a pretty close view on this storm here, directly in southeastern Illinois and southwestern Indiana. We actually have ourselves currently a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect across portions here of Poseyville, portions of Princeton, Grayville included. We also do have Fort Branch as well, so that is kind of what we are talking about. So like I said, obviously 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so winds getting up to 60 miles per hour, and obviously, hail, basically 1.25 inches, or basically half dollar size hail, or 1 1/4 inch size hail, could be possible out of this storm here. You can kind of see, this is kind of like a reverse bow echo. This is kind of like bowing. You can kind of see how it's kind of, I could obviously drew that a lot better here, but you can kind of see how it has like this slight little bow shape to it. That's actually because we have some very, very strong winds pushing very, very strong out on each side. So obviously with this, damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour could be possible, and obviously hail up to the size of 1 1/4 inch could be possible as well. So Owensburg is about to get hit here. Fort Branch is about to get hit here. Portions here of Somerville included, Griffin, Poseyville, Hobstart, I don't know how you pronounce that. Also portions here, like I said, for Grayville included. You can't even see Grayville, which I'll go ahead and zoom over here so you can actually see Grayville's right here. So those locations are about to get hit here by the storm here. So definitely is something we should still continue monitoring. I mean, this is actually a pretty nasty storm here, and it does actually look like we are starting to get a few more cells that's actively trying to develop here across portions of southern Indiana, as well as portions here towards Cincinnati. As you can see, a lot of multi-cellular thunderstorms are actually starting to fire off here. So obviously, we got to watch out for that here. Let's see here. But like I said, my friends, just please be safe out there. Like I said, if you have any questions, throw them down in the chat, my friends. Like I said, if you are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated, my friends. Thank you all for being here. You guys absolutely rock. So, once again, we have ourselves a tornado warning that is in effect here. Across portions here directly east of Charleston, West Virginia. This is across portions here of Richwood included, basically now moving out of Cohen. So Cohen, you're relatively fine now, but like I said, you are still in the warning. I would still advise being inside of your shelter just until the polygon does get, obviously the warning does get canceled here. This is directly south of Webster Springs here. Now, if we take a look here at the latest velocity scan, it kind of looks like things might be improving here compared to those latest scans. Those previous scans before, you can see how there was a lot more stronger rotation that was ongoing. Compared to this latest scan, you can actually see how it's mostly just outbound winds or winds moving away from the radar view. In this case, the radar is to the left here, so obviously storm motion is actually moving relatively to the east to southeast. So in this case, away from the radar. Hence, it's actually turning red. So, but yeah, so that is kind of what we are talking about. So stay safe out there, my friends. If you know anyone here, basically directly towards the region here, just pretty much towards Richwood, Camden on Galley, Cohen as well, you should definitely be inside of your shelters here across portions of the central and east central side of West Virginia. As a tornado could be a possibility. Also directly due south of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, on the far southwestern side of the state, areas here towards Deemston, portions of California, Brownsville, Republic, and Rice's Landing. It kind of looks like that rotation might be actually improving. It actually might be getting stronger here. So I would say there's a possibility we could see maybe a tornado warning being issued here, maybe far down the line, in southwestern Pennsylvania. We'll continue watching. Like I said, obviously there is a bit of broad rotation, a bit of large rotation that's actually ongoing here. And like I said, the red showing the winds moving away from the radar, and the green showing the opposite, moving towards the radar. So we can infer with that tight little couplet area of winds moving towards and away. Obviously, we can infer that there is likely some rotation that is ongoing inside of the storm here. Like I said, in this case, the radar is directly to the north. And we can actually see here, like I was saying, that basically the green is showing the winds moving towards the radar and red's moving away. So we can obviously infer that there might be actually some active rotation that might be happening here inside of this storm here. Directly south of Pittsburgh, in southwestern portions of Pennsylvania, like I said, areas here of Rice's Landing, Republic, Fairdale, Brownsville, California, Centerville, Mariana included inside of the severe thunderstorm warning here. Like I said, honestly, it looks like this rotation is kind of tightening up here. And honestly, I think that this could deliver a possible tornado threat here down the line. Rice's Landing, you should definitely be on edge here right now and be ready to run the shelter if a tornado warning gets issued. Like I said, as of right now, I can definitely tell you that there is some rotation. There is obviously some rotation that is ongoing here at Rice's Landing. So, like I said, it would honestly, if it was up to me, I would say it would be the safe thing to do to get to your shelter, because obviously it's better to over-prepare than under-prepare. You don't want this thing to be going tornado warning while there's a tornado on the ground right as it's over you. So Rice's Landing, I would advise maybe seeking shelter, at least going well away from windows. Go towards the central portion of your room, or central portion of your house. Obviously a basement or a storm cellar would be the best. Just hang out there for a little bit, just until this little area of rotation kind of moves over here. Like I said, this is kind of tracking its way here to the east-southeast. The cell is moving east-southeastward. And so obviously the areas here of Republic might need to monitor this here down the line. It's definitely something not to ignore. Now we do have some good news. And like I was saying here just a minute ago, that it did look like that rotation when it was on the West Virginia cell was kind of bleeding out. And it does look like that is now canceled. So the areas here in Sutton, portions of Cohen, actually, hold on, we should go ahead and go to the latest one. For areas of Cohen, Camden on Galley, portions east of Craigsville, you, my friends, are now safe. The tornado warning is now been canceled, so obviously that's some great news. But like I said, obviously we're kind of shifting our attention from West Virginia now into southwestern Pennsylvania. We actually have ourselves now a damaging wind report, or a damaging wind gust is being reported here. Actually, no, damaging wind report here. Public reported down trees and damage to homes on Spring Valley Drive, right here near Washington, between portions of Interstate 79 and Interstate 70. Apparently, there has been indeed some reported trees that have been reported down here. Not good at all. And like I said, right now, our main concern is actually kind of with this cell now. Like I said, near Fairdale, portions of Rice's Landing in Republic. It would be advised that you continue watching this here very, very closely. Like I said, obviously, it looks like over the latest scans here, if we actually take a look here, you can kind of see how it turns from more broad rotation to kind of more compact. It kind of seems like it might be tightening up or trying to form something here across portions of Rice's Landing here, or Rice's Landing. So obviously, watch this closely. It's a possibility that we actually could see a possible tornado warning that could be issued. Like I said, obviously with this warning here, they do not have a tornado possible. They did earlier on the same cell. But like I said, obviously it's just obviously something we got to watch here very, very closely. So once again, my friends, just please be safe out there. If you have any questions, please let me know. We're going to be here for you guys. Anyways, let's go ahead and see. Old Crakeman says we're driving home towards the tornado. Well, stay safe there, my friends. Or stay safe there, my friend. Let's see here. Douglas says, hope your mom is doing better. She is doing a lot better. Thank you for asking. Let's see here. Miss Anonymous says, is there anything is this weather going to hit portions of Massachusetts? So, like I was saying, we're not really doing a forecast live stream for today, but I will mention for Massachusetts, no, not today. We're not expecting anything. And also, I just now noticed we now actually have ourselves a new warning, or new watch has just now gotten issued across portions of Nebraska. So, a new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued for central Nebraska here. Let's go ahead and see what time this expires. So obviously this is in the central time zone here. Let's go ahead and pull up the time. This expires at 11 o'clock Pacific, so 12 o'clock Mountain, and obviously so this will be until 1 o'clock Central Time. 1 o'clock local time is whenever this watch does get canceled. Now when it comes to these storms over here towards the Kentucky, Ohio Valley, kind of Ohio, Tennessee, or not Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois area. That's kind of, whenever these storms are expected, or this is expected to kind of fire off here, or die out kind of around 11 o'clock. So, but anyways, so that is kind of what we are looking at, my friends. We have ourselves now a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued across portions of the east, central, southeastern side of Illinois, across portions of Newton, portions of Oblong. This is in effect here for 35 minutes, also across St. Mary. Right here, so 35 minutes to go, basically until 7:45 Eastern, 6:45 Central here. So obviously in this case, what's the main concern is obviously wind gusts getting up to 60 miles per hour, as well as maybe some $half size hail could be possible. So expect obviously maybe some hail up to the size of $half. So that is kind of actively what we are talking about. So just please be safe out there, my friends. Definitely we're going to keep an eye on this here very, very closely. There's also a flood or flash flood warning that's in effect for a lot of the same locations here as well. Also across portions here of Olney included, portions of Claremont and Colhoun. We are seeing a lot of heavy rainfall that is actually ongoing here. 2 inches of rain has apparently already fallen, and an additional up to 2 inches could be possible here. So obviously that is some pretty big news here. We definitely got to continue watching it. We also have this other severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect across portions of Princeton, Somerville, Oakland City, Fort Branch, Poseyville, portions of Griffin. This does include portions of Interstate 69 as well as Interstate 64 here. So obviously this is kind of what we are watching. So obviously in this case, wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour as well as $half size hail could indeed be a possibility. So that is kind of actively what we are watching. So my friends out there, please be safe. If you have any questions, let me know. We're going to be here for you guys. Like I said, we also are watching ourselves another severe thunderstorm activity that is ongoing here across southwestern Pennsylvania, just south of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania here towards Rice's Landing, Republic, Brownsville, Fairdale, as well as Masontown. We actually are seeing, or I'm personally seeing a bit of rotation, a bit of broad rotation that appears to be tightening up over the latest scans. That might be actually ongoing here currently across portions of Rice's Landing. So obviously, this is something that we have got to continue watching here very, very closely. Now, here's the thing. The severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect for those locations is about to expire here at 7:15 Eastern, 6:15 Central here. This is actually Eastern time, by the way, so this will be 6:15 Eastern across portions of the location we just talked about. So we have 3 minutes to go. The main reason that this is actually severe is only because of hail up to the size of quarters being possible. So we are expecting the possibility of maybe quarter-size hail. Damaging winds is not really a concern, but that is kind of what we are talking about. So, like I said, my friends, just please be safe out there. If you have any questions, like I said, guys, just please let me know. We're going to be here for y'all. We're going to make sure that you guys stay up to date. Make sure that you guys are staying safe with these storms here. Because, like I said, obviously, things are looking a bit interesting here for today. So, it does actually look like, this severe thunderstorm warning is still in effect here. Let's go ahead and see. Deborah says, Springfield, Missouri. Okay, so like I said, we're not really looking at specific locations here. We're not really doing a personal forecast here for today, but I will mention here, as of today, we're not expecting any severe weather for you in regard to Springfield. So we're looking all right. So you should be good there, Deborah. So thank you for joining us. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'm just glad to have you here. Hope you're doing all right, my friend. But anyway, so let's go ahead and move on back here to the storms that's currently going off across the Ohio Valley. Like I was saying, there is a bit of cluster of storms that's actually starting to fire off here, continuing to fire off here across portion obviously with portions here across portions of southwestern Ohio, northern Kentucky, and basically southeastern Indiana here. So we got to continue watching these, as these eventually could go severe as well. Like I said, hence there is a severe thunderstorm watch that is in effect across portions of northern Kentucky, portions of southeastern Illinois, portions of southern Indiana, as well as portions of southwestern Ohio. So that is kind of what we are talking about. Games Over Name says, how long is the stream going to go for with time zones? So I'm really not sure how long we're going to be live for. I'm expecting to be live for at least a little bit longer here. I'm going to probably say maybe until like 9. We'll see how that goes. No promises though. So obviously I really don't know. So we're just going to play it by ear. I'm just going to be live here for as long as until I feel like it's good enough to call it a day. But I think right now, like I said, obviously I think for now it is pretty good. But like I said, so obviously y'all just please be safe out there. It looks like I said, we have a pretty nasty group of storms that's currently firing off here across basically the southeastern side of Illinois into portions of southwestern Indiana at this point now. So obviously this is a pretty serious situation we're talking about. Areas here towards Fort Branch, portions of Poseyville, Griffin, New Harmony, portions of Somerville as well. Obviously areas here of Oakland City as well. We are actively seeing ourselves a pretty nasty storm that's actually ongoing here. So in this case, obviously winds up to 60 miles per hour. So winds could get up to the 60 mile per hour threshold. Could be possible as well. Like I said, obviously as well as, obviously hail up to the size of, $half in this case. Slightly larger than a quarter. So that is kind of actively what we are seeing here in this case. So guys, please be safe out there. And like I said, we are going to, keep you guys updated. We're going to make sure that you guys stay safe out there and stuff like that. So just once again, y'all, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of this here for today. And like I said, you guys, just please be safe out there. We got a lot of reports coming in here from Devin. Let's go ahead and switch over here to our Twitter view. If we take a look at it, actually, we see here, if we go ahead and take a look, it's actually on his latest thing he has sent us here, cell north of Halton, Indiana. So this might be, let's see here. I got to figure out where Halton is. I know where Highland is. I don't know where Halton is. This might be, regardless, we actually are seeing ourselves a little bit of rotation, apparently, which obviously is not very, very good. So obviously we can tell here that there is obviously a bit of, a bit of a, wall cloud that's actually happening here. So obviously watch out. Like I said, obviously I personally kind of feel like that tornado threat should have been upgraded to at least a 5% today. We've been seeing a little bit of tornadic activity, even though if it hasn't produced one. We've been seeing a lot of areas of rotation. Obviously, Mother Nature is trying to do so, for sure. Let's see here. Ches says, is there anything coming for Colorado? So like I was saying, we're not really doing a forecast live stream here for today, but I will mention, like I said, for Colorado, we're not expecting any severe storms here for today. So let's go ahead and take a look here towards Nebraska here. We haven't really been looking over here too much. So we're going to grab a little view here. We're going to pull up the local radar here, KLNX. So we can actually see that there is a bit of storms that is trying to fire off here across portions of the north. Areas towards Ainsworth, portions towards Stewart, also towards the south of Mullen. We are actually watching ourselves, obviously, like I said, we are actually watching some pretty strong storms. They're not considered severe. If we take a look here at the special weather statements, they're also not pulling up here. So, like I said, I mean they're pretty decent. They're pretty decent, storms here that's going on. But like I said, right now they're not considered severe, which is obviously for good news. Obviously, the only severity of the storms that's currently happening right now is across portions of Kentucky. Obviously, across portions here of Indiana and Illinois. The worst storm we're actually kind of watching right now is this guy right here. Big old cluster of storms we're actually paying attention to. I actually really want to kind of pull this up here. On the satellite view, let's go ahead and pull this up really quickly. It kind of looks like, yeah, this is a pretty gnarly storm we're talking about here. Let's go and pull up the infrared scan. Oh yeah, so let's go ahead and pull back. Let's go and switch over to my other screen here. So here's the satellite view. You can obviously tell, you can see right where the updraft is right there, where those darker colors is. You can see how the progression of this cell is really firing off. It's really maturing here. And it's going to continue to track its way down here to the southeast, eventually running into southwestern Indiana, which it's actually currently doing here now. And obviously eventually maybe even into Kentucky. Like I was saying, areas towards Evansville, honestly should probably consider watching this storm here. As you can obviously see that storm motion is tracking its way towards Evansville. Probably going to be there within the next hour, or next half hour, I should say, obviously, is a possibility. Now, Darmstadt are kind of expected to be hit maybe in the next 15 minutes or so. Poseyville within the next, obviously, kind of around the next, 5 minutes or so. So that is kind of actively what we are talking about here. So like I said, my friends, just please be safe out there. You got any questions, throw them down. We're going to be here for you guys, and but that is kind of what we are talking about. So, but yeah, so we are going to continue to give you guys coverage here for today. Like I said, obviously there's a lot of stuff that's going on here between two different severe weather events between the Ohio Valley and obviously across portions of, kind of the central plains here, the central Great Plains in the United States, across Nebraska, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio here for today. So like I said, this was that storm that we were looking at there on the satellite view. You can obviously tell that there is a lot of pretty nasty stuff. Obviously, we can tell that there's a lot of nasty stuff that's actually currently kicking off here. So, but anyway, so once again, there's a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here across portions of Owensville, portions of Griffin, Poseyville, Fort Branch as well, Princeton, portions of Patoka, Hazleton as well, Oakland City, Somerville. So in this case, we are seeing the possibility of maybe some damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour. So that's, like I said, it's not constant winds. It's just what the winds could get up to. Obviously, anything that's loose outside, such as, lawn furniture or whatever, can easily get blown over and damaged or destroyed in winds like this. Also, the lighter stuff can go airborne, which can be a hazard, obviously, in regard to things. So it'd be recommended to stay away from windows as well, because you don't want, that stop sign that's at the end of your road to be coming flying through your window, because that's actually possible, essentially, in regards to, damaging winds like this. So, obviously, 60 mile per hour wind gusts could be possible out of this. Getting up to 60, and obviously in this case, hail is also a concern here as well, up to $half size. Slightly larger than a quarter is possible with the hail here for now. Like I said, these areas here in kind of the pinkish, kind of blue shaded colors here, these areas right around here towards the radar, these are the locations that are likely seeing the hail. If the storm is producing it, these would be the most likely areas that would be seeing the hail, as radar is scanning a lot more, bigger objects up in the atmosphere, obviously. But yeah, so that is kind of, that is what we are talking about. So, but like I said, guys, please be safe out there. We are going to definitely keep our eyes out for this. We're definitely going to keep our eyes open for this, so please be safe out there. Like I said, this is kind of tracking its way relatively to the southeast, relatively to the south-southeast, I would say. And like I said, obviously areas here towards Evansville. Although you're not in a warning yet, you're still a little bit of ways before getting hit by this. But if this storm continues on the trajectory, the current path it's doing, it would definitely be a good thing if you do consider watching the storm as it does approach towards your location. Like I said, once again, this is right here across portions. We actually have ourselves now a new tornado warning. I told you guys, I had a feeling that we were going to see something being issued here. Anyway, so we have ourselves now a tornado warning that's in effect here across portions of Bethel Park, across portions of Waynesburg. This is now a new tornado warning that's just now popped up 23 minutes ago until 7:45 Eastern time. If we take a look here at the velocity scan here, we can actually see that there is a bit of broad rotation, that is ongoing here directly to southwest of Bethel Park. That is currently happening here as of right now. This is tracking its way here down to the southeast, kind of being towards Waynesburg in the next 25 minutes or so. So obviously, areas here in Waynesburg, you are inside of this tornado warning, in which you should definitely be, definitely be taking action based off of this. Here comes a report coming in here from Devin. This was actually uploaded by Matt Devitt. If we take a look here back on our Twitter view, you can actually see it. We have ourselves a southwestern Florida funnel cloud that's been reported. It almost looks like a tornado there. That could have been a tornado. Maybe he just didn't see it actually touching the ground there. But that is actually no confirmed touchdown, but Change will let you know. That's pretty daggone crazy. So this is near, like I said, southwestern Florida. That looks like that could be, that's nearly on the ground. That could have been a tornado. As you can obviously tell, because we can kind of barely see behind all that brush and stuff. You really can't see that. So obviously, It could have done it. It may have actually done it. We'll see. We'll continue hearing reports from that. But thank you, Devin, for reporting that, my friend. But anyways, so like I said, right now the only imminent tornado danger that we do have here currently, obviously, is this new tornado warning that's directly just southwest of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Across areas here of Bethel Park, portions of Waynesburg. This does include portions here of Interstate 79. Now, like I said, the current area of rotation, the area of interest, is right here just southwest of Bethel Park. Like I said, right in this location here. This is the region where we are watching, obviously, the heaviest area. This is where the rotation is currently located. So, like I said, obviously, this is the area we need to watch out here very, very closely. If we take a look here at correlation coefficient, there is no debris signature, so as of right now, we can not confirm that this is on the ground. But like I said, obviously right now, there is a bit of rotation that is currently happening here. So obviously, this is definitely something to definitely continue watching here. So now let's go ahead and move on back here to the cells that's currently located in Illinois and Indiana here, farther on the southern edge. Like I said, this is a pretty nasty group of storms. I'll tell you what, we're actually going to switch to a closer radar view, like I said, towards Poseyville. So like I was saying, guys, we have ourselves a pretty nasty severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here across portions now of southwestern Indiana. This is a storm that's moving into Indiana here, or is actually now moving, actually now in Indiana. Now areas here towards portions of Fort Branch, obviously, towards Princeton, Francisco, portions of Somerville as well. So that is kind of what we are talking about. Now you can obviously see that Interstate 64 is going to be taking a hit out of this storm here. So expect obviously some travel delays between Grayville and Elberfeld. Let's see, between Grayville and Elberfeld, I think that's how you pronounce it there. And obviously areas here of Poseyville included. So the interstates between Griffin here and near Grayville, through Griffin, through Poseyville, and going all the way to Elberfeld. Obviously, you could expect maybe some travel disruptions, obviously in this case, maybe slowing down the traffic due to reduced visibility from all this heavy rain that we are actually talking about here. So this is actually a pretty, like I said, this is a pretty nasty storm we're talking about. So what's expected out of this severe thunderstorm warning is actually 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and obviously 1.2-inch hail, 2.5, which is basically up to $half size, slightly a little bit bigger than this quarter I have here. Actually, a quarter of an inch larger. So it's 1 1/4 of an inch hail that could be possible. So that is what we are talking about. So, like I said, Interstate 64, you are about to get hit here. This severe thunderstorm warning does expire here in 4 minutes or until 7:30 Eastern time. This is, I believe, in the Central Time Zone. So this will be at 6:30 Central Time, 7:30 Eastern here. So once again, this is actually a pretty nasty storm here. Now just up to the northwest of this, we actually are seeing ourselves another cell of very, very similar specifications here towards the areas here of Newton, Santa Mary, as well as portions of Willow Hill, Oblong, as well as portions of Stoy. Once again, also for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, with the winds could get maybe up to 60 miles per hour, and obviously hail up to the size of $half or obviously 1.25 inches. So that is what we are watching. That is the main concern here. Like I said, this is the current two that we have in effect here. And like I said, we now have a tornado warning that is now issued directly just south here of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, along the far southwestern side. Areas here of Bethel Park is relatively mostly out of the storm since it's moving southeast. But areas here of Waynesburg, as well as portions here along Interstate 79, have got to watch this here very, very, very closely. Like I said, we have been seeing a bit of rotation that's been ongoing here, pretty much just southwest of Bethel Park, moving towards Waynesboro. So, new warning. Okay, new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued here. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to assume that this is probably going to include Evansville, if I'm not mistaken. Chip says what state? So this is here across, like I said, Pennsylvania is where that tornado warning is. We'll look at more of that here in a second. Where this other group of cells is between southeastern Illinois and southwestern Indiana. Okay, $half size hail still. Yeah, you can really see this outflow boundary here, this big old gust front. This is obviously this little line that you see here. This could actually deliver, could produce more storms. So it's definitely a possibility here. So yeah, it does look like that has gotten extended down to the south. So I'm going to assume that Evansville is included. We'll check back on that here. But like I said, right now, we got to watch out for what's going on here just south of Pittsburgh. We do have ourselves, hold on a minute. We got ourselves, okay, we got ourselves some wind damage actually being reported here. Near Washington between Interstate 79 and 70, northeast of Green Hills. Public has reported downed trees and damage to homes on Spring Valley Drive. That's obviously not good here. So, like I said, tornado warning is in effect here, my friends, across portions of Bethel Park, portions of Waynesboro, across portions here of Interstate 79. We can kind of see right in here, you can kind of see this little hook. This is what we call a hook echo. You can kind of see how it's kind of, kind of receding back here. So what's happening is a lot of warm air is being drawn into the system here, or into the storm here, and fueling it and making it pretty strong. And in this case, it is actually rotating, as you can actually see right here. So, like I said, radar is just to the north, and what the green indicates is basically the winds moving at the radar, and the red is showing it moving away. So we can actually assume that there is some rotation that is ongoing with this cell here currently. So obviously this is a very, very big deal we are talking about here. So definitely we're going to keep on watching this here very, very closely. It looks like another severe thunderstorm warning has been issued here. 15 minutes to go until 7:45 Eastern across areas here of Uniontown, portion of Fairchance, Masontown, Fairdale, Rice's Landing, Republic, and Brownsville. Like I was saying, it still looks like there is also a bit of rotation that's actually happening with this cell as well. So this would also be a cell that we need to continue watching here, as honestly maybe this could go tornado warned as well. So like I said, there's really not just one area, but there's also, there's pretty much just two areas of rotation we're watching here. That rotation here in the tornado warned cell does appear to be strengthening here. And obviously this one here just west of Uniontown is also quite broad. It has a bit of work to do, but like I said, it would not be surprising if we did get a tornado warning out of that cell eventually. So definitely is, definitely is something to watch out here for very, very, very closely. So, you guys, please be safe out there. You got any questions, please let me know, guys. We're going to be here for you. You know that we're here for you in order to give you guys information, in order to keep you guys safe here. That is the reason that we are here, is to make sure that you guys are staying up to date here. So, a new update here on the cells that's currently going on here in Nebraska. Like I said, we have a severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect here until 1 o'clock in the morning. Across the central time zone here in basically central Nebraska. We are seeing a bit of storm activity that is ongoing here currently. It kind of looks like these storms are starting to get a little bit more strong, especially that cell that's just southeast here of Ainsworth. You can kind of see here, indicated by the purples and the blues. What this is telling me is that we might actually be seeing maybe some hail. Maybe some hail is actually going on with this system here. There is no active severe thunderstorm warnings. However, there is a special weather statement that has been issued here. You can actually currently look at it. This is for 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail. So obviously in this case, I don't know about nickel wind, but obviously you guys have probably seen what a nickel looks like. Let's see. So okay, here's a nickel. So obviously nickel-size hail could be a possibility. Now this is approaching the boundary of being severe. Like I said, in order to be classified as severe, winds have to be 60 miles per hour or more, or actually 58 miles per hour or more, and obviously quarter-size hail or larger. And it's getting close in both the hail and the damaging winds field. So honestly, it would not be surprising if this does go severe warned here relatively soon. So definitely, definitely is indeed something we got to watch out for. So let's go ahead and see here. So here's this severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here. Across portions of Interstate 64. This is in southwestern Indiana here, directly just north of Evansville, Indiana. So we are seeing this for portions of Poseyville, also across portions of Fort Branch here. Now Darmstadt, obviously got to watch out for this. This is a cell that is tracking relatively to the southeast. We are expecting a possibility of 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and obviously half-dollar size hail could be a possibility as well. So, not only is damaging winds a possibility, but obviously hail could be a possibility as well, in which this is definitely something we have got to keep our eyes peeled here for. I mean, this is a pretty strong storm. I'm not gonna lie with you guys. This is actually a pretty strong storm here. Like I said, obviously areas here along Interstate 64. Like I said, you could expect possibly some travel disruptions here between Grayville and Elberfeld here. Like I said, obviously because this is going to be dumping a lot of heavy rain here. Visibility is going to be dropping, so you're probably going to have traffic slowing down here. So expect that to happen along Interstate 64 once again between Graysville, through Griffin, through Poseyville, and eventually toward Elberfeld. So that is definitely something to watch out for. We also have ourselves a new severe thunderstorm warning. It kind of looks like that, or I don't know if this is new or not. But anyways, like I said, obviously we have ourselves another severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here across portions of Oblong, portions of Newton. We are watching this as 11 minutes to go until 7:45 Eastern, 6:45 Central, because this is in the Central Time Zone, I believe. So obviously in this case, once again, kind of similar to the other storms here, obviously damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour could be possible. Obviously, as well as, like I said, obviously 1.25 inch hail is also a big possibility. So, but like I said, so these are some pretty nasty storms we are currently watching here. We're going to keep on watching this tornado warning. We still have an effect here. We're going to go ahead and switch on back here to the radar view in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Down here on the far southwestern side here of Pennsylvania, we are currently watching this here at the moment. So like I said, we are currently seeing a tornado warning that is in effect here across portions of Waynesburg, portions of Bethel Park. This is including portions here of Marietta as well and portions of Interstate 79. Once again, this is a tornado warning. So if you are across those locations we just mentioned, like I said, Bethel Park, Waynesburg, and Marietta, along portions here of Interstate 79, we are under a tornado warning. So this is basically saying, hey, we are, a tornado is either occurring or it's imminent or expected to happen or is likely to happen here relatively soon. So you should be inside of your shelters here. If you take a look at your velocity, you can obviously tell there is a bit of rotation that is kicking off here. Right here. This is where the rotation is located, right in here. You can actually see here. So the radar is located up to the north, relatively far up to the north here. The green is indicating the wind's moving towards the radar, and the red is indicating them moving away. So we can obviously tell that there is a very, very compacted, tight area here of winds moving towards and away from radar, so we can assume that there is some pretty strong rotation is the reason why we are issuing a tornado warning here. Obviously here at correlation coefficient, this is what we would use to detect debris, what the tornado has picked up. Right now, let's hope it stays like this. We're not expecting, as of right now, we are not expecting, we're actually not seeing, I wouldn't say expecting, we're not seeing any tornadic debris here in regard to, nails, glass, whatever can be picked up by a tornado is not being detected in the storm as of right now. So as of right now, that's a good indicator, but like I said, this is a tornado warning, and it could be a matter of minutes to seconds before a tornado could actually develop out of this. So just know, tornadoes can quickly develop out of these storms here. So once again, tornado warning in effect here for 9 minutes until 7:45 here for portions of southwestern Pennsylvania across portions of Bethel Park, including portions of Interstate 79 as well as portions of Waynesburg, also including portions of Marietta. And on top of that, not only is a possible tornado a concern, but also hail up to the size of quarters could be a possibility as well. So we could expect possibly some quarter-size hail or 1 inch or hail 1 inch in diameter or greater, definitely being a possibility here. Now, just directly to the east of that, we do have another severe thunderstorm warning also expiring here at 7:45 Eastern for areas of Republic, Brownsville, Rice's Landing, Fairdale, Masontown, Fairchance, as well as Uniontown. Now, this is also warned for quarter-size hail, so obviously hail up to the size of quarters could be possible, as well as obviously some damaging winds, maybe even up to 60 miles per hour. Now, like I said, this is not constant winds blowing at 60 miles per hour. It's just what the winds could get up to at one given point at a wind gust. If you know what a wind gust is, it's basically just a quick gust of wind. I'm sure you guys know what a wind gust is. So we are expecting gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour being possible. So, but yeah, so that is the latest information on that. We do have a few severe thunderstorm warnings in effect across the southwest, but we're not really paying attention to those here as of right now. The main concern is across these locations here where we do have these watches being issued and stuff like that. This is where the greatest chances for severe weather is for today. So now we're pulling up an update here on the Nebraska cells. Like I said, we are still watching these group of cells directly southeast of Ainsworth. Pretty strong storms. I'm not going to lie with you guys. Like I said, obviously the areas here where we start to see the pinks and the blues, these are the locations where we actually are starting to see some hail. obviously that we could potentially be seeing some hail here. So I do expect potentially some of these storms to go severe warning here relatively soon. Because like I said, obviously, these storms are definitely growing in strength, and they are going to continue to grow in strength here over the next little bit here. So obviously this is a pretty big deal here. So like I said, my friends, that's pretty much what is currently happening here as of right now. In regard to things. So, like I said, if you guys have any questions weather related, throw them down in the chat here. You know that we're here for y'all. We know that we're going to keep you guys up to date. We know that you guys know that we're going to be here for y'all, and make sure that you guys stay safe. And if you are new to the channel, obviously welcome. Hope you guys are doing great. Glad to have you guys here for today, and hope you guys are having a wonderful day. All of you guys out there, hope you guys are doing all right. Other than the severe weather we are currently seeing here. So, just once again, thank you all for joining us today. You guys are the best. So, like I said, for the people who are just now joining, we have ourselves a tornado warning that is in effect here across just the south area here of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, along the very, very far southwestern side. Areas impacted does include Bethel Park, portions of Waynesburg, as well as areas here, like I said, obviously if we zoom in here a little bit more towards Mariana as well. Also including portions of Interstate 79. So that is what we are watching. Now, like I said, if we take a look here at velocity, we can actually tell that the rotation is definitely increasing. This is definitely increasing rotation, so it would not be surprising if a tornado develops, or if there's already a tornado on the ground. It would not be surprising, just considering how strong this is currently here. So, like I said, we are going to definitely keep an eye on this here. We have ourselves another report coming in here from Devin of lightning here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. You can actually see here big old downburst here of rain. You can see where the rain shaft is. Obviously, it's raining across there. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for reporting that there, Devin. You can obviously see the lightning here as well. Nice CG, cloud to ground lightning strike. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for reporting that, my friend. Greatly appreciated. So, but like I was saying, with this storm here across southwestern Pennsylvania, it really looks like it's trying to do something, and that is a little bit of a drop here. I'm going to wait till the latest scan. I'm going to wait till one more scan to decide on what this is. But it kind of looks like, this literally lines right up with that heavy area of rotation there, in which, we could be seeing a possible tornado situation here. So this could definitely be, this could potentially be a possible tornado that we are seeing on the ground here. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled for this here very, very closely, as it is indeed a possibility here. So you guys, please be safe. If you know anyone across those locations here, directly southwest of, or in southwestern Pennsylvania, just south of Pittsburgh, across portions of, especially Waynesburg, it kind of looks like this, this area of rotation is moving towards Waynesburg. So like I said, obviously Waynesburg, you should definitely be inside of your shelter right now. Obviously the best place to go would be into the basement or a storm cellar if you have one. If you don't, the next best place to be will be into the central interior portion of your room, such as a closet or a bathroom. Put as many walls between yourself and the outdoors as possible. Obviously, that is going to provide you as much protection as possible in the case of a tornado here. And like I said, this has given me some concerns that we are seeing some very, very strong rotation here. And in this case, we might be seeing a possible tornado on the ground here. There is a bit of a drop. It's not a big drop. It's kind of hard to tell. The latest scan did just come out here. There's really no solid drop. But like I said, there is definitely some pretty strong rotation that is actually ongoing still, even with this cell here currently. So definitely is something that we have got to keep our eyes off for. There we go. So now they just now issued another tornado warning across portions of Pennsylvania as well. Like I said a little bit before, if you guys have been chilling with us here, like I said, obviously we were watching that secondary area of rotation, and like I said, we now have ourselves another tornado warning that is in effect here across portions of Uniontown, portions of Fairchance, as well as Ohiopyle. This is in effect for 33 more minutes. We have ourselves... we obviously have ourselves, we have this in effect here until 8:15 Eastern Time. That'll be until, so 33 minutes to go here. So obviously areas here of Fairchance, Uniontown, Ohiopyle. This is a tornado warning. You should obviously be inside of your shelters here. Once again, the same for you as, the areas here towards Bethel Park and Waynesburg. So now, not only do we have one, but now we have two different tornado warnings that is in effect here. You can obviously see the two different areas of rotation that is ongoing here in both of these storms here. One near Uniontown on the newest tornado warning that just now got issued, and obviously the secondary one directly west of Waynesburg on the cell that's actually about to be expired here in 3 minutes. So that tornado warning that's in effect for Bethel Park, Like I said, Waynesburg included. So obviously that is, like I said, that's obviously what we are looking at. So that's about to expire here in 2 minutes. Now, honestly, compared to what we are still seeing, maybe just maybe, this thing could get re-extended, maybe even further down to the southeast. So we'll keep an eye on it. Like I said, there is obviously still some rotation that is occurring. I can tell you right now, there obviously is still some rotation that is currently happening here. So obviously, as of right now, personally, I would not expire this morning. I would possibly issue an extension here for areas of Waynesburg here, and maybe as far into Greensboro. I don't know. We'll see how the National Weather Service plays off with this. Like I said, obviously, I would keep the warning there, though. I would definitely keep the warning there, though, for a little bit. Because, like I said, obviously, rotation is still present. And obviously, like I said, where there is rotation, there's obviously the possibility of a tornado there. So, obviously, watch out for that. Okay. So, there's also a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for portions of Brownsville, Republic here, and portions here of Masontown. Now, here's the thing. We could expect, obviously, some damaging winds out of this. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, what the winds could get up to, maybe up to 60. Obviously, quarter-size hail as well, so hail the size of quarters or 1 inch in diameter. Could be possible, theoretically could be possible here. So that is, that is something we are watching. So obviously, we are definitely going to keep our eyes out for this. We also cannot ignore the fact that we have ourselves some pretty nasty storms ongoing across portions here of southwestern Indiana, as well as portions here of pretty much pretty southeastern, east central side of portions here of Illinois as well. Both of these warnings are in effect here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and obviously here for $half size hail, or basically 1 1/4 of an inch size hail is a possibility. Obviously, we are seeing some pretty nasty storms here. This eventually might go warn here for possible hail south of Sumner. Kind of looks like radar is actually picking up some pretty large signatures in here up inside the sky. That's basically what this is showing here. Now, obviously, this is a pretty nasty looking storm here. So this thing might actually go warned here. Let's see what's going on. Do they have a special weather statement for it? They do not. But I would honestly say it's a big possibility that they could. Okay, here we go. We got some new information, my friends. This is now a confirmed tornado on the ground. I thought it was. I thought I saw that debris. I didn't want to make any commitments, but obviously we now have a confirmed tornado that is on the ground here. Look at this here. A tornado-producing storm here. Look at this. Hazard, damaging tornado. Source radar has confirmed the tornado. So obviously now this is our... this is actually a confirmed tornado now in southwestern Pennsylvania, directly south of Pittsburgh here. Another warning has been issued now for Evansville here in southern Indiana. Severe thunderstorm warning for Highland included, Chandler, Newburgh. That's what you're hearing right now, actually. So once again, this is now a confirmed tornado that is indeed on the ground. This is obviously a pretty decent hook echo. You can kind of see how it hooks like this. So this is what we call a hook echo. So this is a very serious situation we are actively dealing with here right now. Rotation is still present. Rotation is still present here. And if we look at the radar here, we can actually see over the latest scans, that right there, I'm starting to think that this is tornadic debris right in there. So that might be, obviously some things. This might actually be like, nails, obviously some leaves maybe. Just some things that can be picked up easily by a tornado. So obviously that is a possibility. So like I said, obviously now this has been confirmed. This is now a confirmed tornado that has been on the ground here. So there is currently a tornado that is on the ground in southwestern Pennsylvania. Like I said, directly just south here of Bethel Park. Once again, like I said, this is now a confirmed tornado here. Source radar confirmed the tornado here. So that is kind of what we are looking at here. This storm is moving to the southeast at 20 miles per hour. This is moving towards the areas here relatively just west of Waynesboro. This is tracking its way down here to pretty much the east-southeast. Eventually, this might impact portions here of southern Waynesboro, and eventually maybe even moving into portions here of Interstate 79. So definitely is, definitely is a big concern here. So definitely, you all just please stay safe out there, and if you have any questions, you guys know that we're going to be here. So we also do have ourselves another tornado warning that is in effect here across portions here of Uniontown, portions of Dunbar, portions of Ohio Pile as well. Fair chance included. So that is what we are watching. So, like I said, there obviously is a little bit of rotation that's ongoing here, directly just south of Uniontown. Like I said, obviously where there's rotation, there is a possibility of seeing a tornado. So we got to watch out for that as well. So not only are we actually seeing one, but we're actually seeing two different tornado warnings here. The one on the western side, like I said, towards Waynesboro. Like I said, obviously, obviously, like I was saying here, this is one that's actually confirmed that this tornado is on the ground here, has been detected by radar here. There obviously it has been a lot of strong rotation that's been ongoing with this, and like I said, it was honestly not really too surprising. I was honestly I thought I was seeing tornadic debris there for a little bit, so obviously that is that is kind of kind of interesting here. So if you are in the areas here of Waynesburg in southwestern Pennsylvania, also nearby the Interstate 79 complex, you should be inside of your shelter as a tornado has indeed been reported on the ground. So this is a tornado situation we are actively dealing with. This is an active tornado that is currently happening here in southwestern Pennsylvania. Now, we have no confirmation yet on this other cell in Uniontown and Ohio Pile, portions of Markleysburg, as well as Fairchance. There's been no confirmation yet. Like I said, as of right now, there has been no confirmation that this has been reported yet. So as of right now, this is still just radar indicated. This is still just saying, hey, there's just some rotation. We have no indications from the public, no indications from radar that there's any tornado on the ground here as of right now. But like I said, with this other one, that's a different story. There has indeed been reports, at least according to radar, has indeed confirmed this tornado on the ground here towards basically just directly west of Waynesburg here currently. So obviously, like I said, this is definitely a very serious situation here. So, anyways, so we're going to go ahead and move on down here towards the cells in southwestern Indiana, as well as portions here in east central Illinois here. We are currently watching this here at the moment. So severe thunderstorm warning is in effect here across portions of Evansville, portions of Newburgh, Highland, Darmstadt. This is actually in effect here for 40 minutes. We have ourselves basically until, let's see, I believe until 7:30 p.m. Central Time, or until 8:30 Eastern Time here. But this is across the Central Time Zone, obviously, so this is local time for Central. So this will expire here once again at 7:30 Central. So like I said, Highland, Evansville, Newburgh, and Chandler is included with this. So obviously 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts could be a possibility, as well as quarter-size hail. So hail up to the size of quarters could be a possibility. Could definitely be a possibility out of this storm here in particular. And just to the basically just a little bit more further up north, areas of Fort Branch and Hobstad. These locations are Hobstad is also seeing another severe thunderstorm warning for the same criteria. So that is indeed a severe warning here. We have ourselves another set of severe thunderstorm warnings here across portions of basically the southeastern side of Illinois, across portions of Bridgeport, portions of Lawrenceville, St. Francisville. Now, like I said, the areas here that we are watching, this area here in the highlighted green, this is likely some damaging winds that we are likely seeing here inside of the storm. So this is likely where we could be seeing some of those damaging wind gusts, maybe up to 60 miles per hour being possible. So obviously watch out for possible damaging wind gusts, as it could indeed be a possibility here. So in regard to that as well, also hail larger than quarter size could be possible, up to $half size hail. This is actually a quarter, so a little bit bigger than a quarter here of hail could be possible across some of these locations here. So this is definitely something that we have got to continue watching here. This is obviously still a pretty nasty situation that we are actively seeing here. So definitely something we are going to watch out for. Anyways, so let's go ahead and move on back here towards the tornado warning cells here. Here's actually a tornado report being reported here. Let's see. Structural damage from possible tornado has been reported here in West Virginia, in the county of Marshall, and in the city of Dallas. Okay, so this is right here in obviously here in West Virginia. And like I was saying, literally not too far away from that report, we've already had a confirmed tornado that has been indeed reported here, or has been indeed detected here in southwestern Pennsylvania here, across basically areas here to south of Bethel Park here. So obviously we got to watch out for that here. For areas of Waynesburg, if we pull up the local radar here, like I said, we've been seeing over the last several scans, we've been seeing a lot of, we've been really seeing a lot of rotation that's been ongoing here, and indeed is still happening here, just west-southwest of Waynesburg. So there's something to still keep an eye out here for. We have another tornado warning that has no confirmation of being observed as of now, across areas here of Ohiopyle, portions here of Fairchance, and Uniontown. So obviously that is another thing that expires, or another thing we're going to watch out for. Now these both expire in 22 minutes, or basically until 7:15 Eastern time here. So, new warning has now been issued. Let's go listen to this real quickly. Let's go ahead and see what this has to say. Okay, so we have another severe thunderstorm warning here in effect. Okay. Okay, so it kind of looks like that this storm might... This thing's eventually going to move into southwestern Kentucky, or western Kentucky here. Tornado Analysis wants to know, is this going to hit Richmond? No. Now, this is far away from Richmond here. Okay, so like I was saying, my friends, we have actually two confirmed tornadoes that's actually here. We have two confirmed tornadoes that is, or sorry, one confirmed tornado. Two tornado warnings, one confirmed tornado. I didn't mean to say that there. But we do have one confirmed tornado warning that has been obviously observed here towards Waynesburg. You can obviously see here, if we take a look at the text, radar has confirmed tornado. We looked at correlation coefficient earlier. We did actually see a little bit of a drop. So obviously that is, definitely some support, evidence towards it. We also did see that there was some very, very strong rotation. And actually, there is still some rotation that's ongoing here. If we pull up the local radar view here on Velocity, you can actually see right across these regions here, like I said, right across portions here, southwest of Waynesburg, this is where we are still seeing some rotation here. So we have 20 minutes to go before this does get expired, basically until 7:15 Eastern time. So we have a little bit to go here. Like I said, obviously just east of this as well, east of that confirmed tornado warning here, areas of Uniontown, areas here obviously of Dunbar, Ohiopyle, and Fairchance. This is actually another, tornado warning that's in effect. But this one, as of right now, has not been confirmed, but I'm not saying that it can't. Obviously, like I said, it kind of looks like that the rotation has died down a bit. Compared to whenever the warning was first issued, it kind of looks like it's kind of just a bunch of turbulent mess at this point. But like I said, if there was going to be a tornado, it would likely just be east here of Uniontown. That's if the tornado decided it wanted to materialize here. But as of right now, no reports of this tornado being confirmed yet, either by radar or personnel on the ground. So obviously that's some good news, obviously. But like I was saying, the one just east of it, obviously is, just like I said, the one just east of it is actually indeed confirmed. So that is obviously not some good news at all. So we definitely have got to still continue watching this here. But anyways, guys, so that is actively what we are seeing here. And like I said, that's kind of what we are looking at. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and head on the break here for a few minutes. We've been live here for 2 hours. I got to rest my voice for a minute. I've been constantly talking. It's been kind of crazy. If you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. Obviously, thank you guys to the people who have subscribed. Greatly appreciate it. If you guys do want to help support us, obviously we have ourselves our links in the description, as well as that little dollar icon you guys see there by the chat. Obviously, all those funds will help go towards the radar and go right back into the channel and stuff like that. So if you guys would like to support us in the weather programs and stuff like that we use, it'd be greatly appreciated, my friends. Thank you all just for being here. You guys absolutely rock. So we're going to go ahead and head on the break here for a few moments. We're going to keep the tornado view here. We're actually going to go ahead and keep the view up here on the two tornado warnings that we do have here, and we'll be back here relatively soon. So guys, hang tight here. Don't go anywhere. We'll probably be back here in about 15 minutes, so I'm kind of expecting maybe around, we'll say 7:15 we'll be back, so give us about 10, 15, 20 minutes, and we'll be back here, guys. I just need to rest my voice here for a second. So hang tight, you guys. Thank you all for joining us here for today, and guys, we'll be right back here in a little bit. Hang tight, guys. We'll be back here soon.
Expected hazards include 60 miles per hour wind gusts and half-dollar-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This severe thunderstorm will be near Mount Carmel around 7:10 p.m. Other locations in the path of the severe thunderstorm include Patoka. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 7:15 p.m. for the following county: Wabash, Illinois, and Gibson, Indiana. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7 p.m. for south central Gibson, northwestern Vanderburgh, and northeastern Posey counties. At 6:48 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Hopstadt or near Fort Branch, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This severe thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas of south central Gibson, northwestern Vanderburgh, and northeastern Posey counties. This includes Interstate 64 in Indiana between mile markers 16 and 29. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7 p.m. for the following counties in Indiana: Gibson, Posey, and Vanderburgh. The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 508, effective until 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. This watch includes the following counties in Illinois: Edwards, Wabash, and White, and the following counties in Indiana: Du Bois, Gibson, Perry, Pike, Posey, Spencer, Vanderburgh, and Warwick, and the following counties in Kentucky: Henderson and Union. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Repeating, severe thunderstorm watch number 508 has been issued until 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. for the following counties in Illinois: Edwards, Wabash, and White, and the following counties in Indiana: Du Bois, Gibson, Perry, Pike, Posey, Spencer, Vanderburgh, and Warwick, and the following counties in Kentucky: Henderson and Union. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the Evansville tri-state area. Rest of tonight, mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the lower 70s. Southwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Tuesday, partly sunny with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs around 90. Southwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Highest heat index readings around 104. The severe thunderstorm warning for south central Gibson County is canceled. The severe thunderstorm which prompted the warnings has moved out of the warned area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. A severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 10 p.m. for southwestern Indiana and northwestern Kentucky. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the Evansville tri-state area. Rest of tonight, mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the lower 70s. Southwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Tuesday, partly sunny with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs around 90. Southwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Highest heat index readings around 104. Tuesday night, partly cloudy. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms until midnight. Lows in the mid-70s. South winds around 5 miles an hour. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 90s. South winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Highest heat index readings around 106. Wednesday night, partly cloudy. A chance of showers and a slight chance of thunderstorms after midnight. Lows in the mid-70s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation 50%. Thursday, showers likely and a chance of thunderstorms. Highs in the mid-80s. Chance of precipitation 70%. Thursday night, partly cloudy with a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the lower 70s. Friday, partly sunny with a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the mid-80s. Friday night, mostly clear. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms until midnight. Lows in the lower 70s. Saturday, mostly sunny with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the upper 80s. Saturday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 70s. Sunday, mostly sunny with a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the upper 80s. Sunday night, partly cloudy. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms after midnight. Lows in the lower 70s. Monday, partly sunny with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the mid-80s. Again, the forecast for the Evansville tri-state area for the rest of tonight, mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the lower 70s. Southwest winds around 5 miles an hour. A flood advisory is in effect until 10:15 p.m. this evening for portions of southeast Illinois, including the following counties: Edwards, Wabash. Urban and small stream flooding caused by excessive rainfall is expected. Minor flooding in low-lying and poor drainage areas. At 6:14 p.m., Doppler radar indicated heavy rain due to thunderstorms. This will cause urban and small stream flooding. Between 0.5 and 1.5 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are expected over the area. This additional rain will result in minor flooding. Some locations that will experience flooding include Mount Carmel, Albion, Grayville, Lancaster, West Salem, Allendale, Belmont, Bone Gap, Keensburg, and Browns. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. The National Weather Service in Paducah has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Wabash County in southeastern Illinois, northeastern Gibson County in southwestern Indiana, until 7:15 p.m. At 6:51 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Lancaster, or 11 miles southwest of Lawrenceville, moving southeast at 40 miles per hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles per hour wind gusts and half-dollar-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This severe thunderstorm will be near Mount Carmel around 7:10 p.m. Other locations in the path of the severe thunderstorm include Patoka. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 7:15 p.m. for the following county: Wabash, Illinois, and Gibson, Indiana. The severe thunderstorm warning for south-central Gibson County is canceled. The severe thunderstorm which prompted the warning has moved out of the warned area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. A severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 10 p.m. for southwestern Indiana and northwestern Kentucky. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:30 p.m. for southwestern Warwick and northern Vanderburgh counties. At 6:59 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Melody Hill, moving southeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, 70 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar and public indicated. Tree and power line damage was reported near Darmstadt at 6:54 p.m. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Locations impacted include Chandler and Newburgh. This includes the following highways: Interstate 69 in Indiana between mile markers 1 and 19. Interstate 64 in Indiana near mile marker 27. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:30 p.m. for the following counties in Indiana, Vanderburgh, and Warwick. The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 508, effective until 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. This watch includes the following counties in Illinois: Edwards, Wabash, and White, and the following counties in Indiana: Du Bois, Gibson, Perry, Pike, Posey, Spencer, Vanderburgh, and Warwick, and the following counties in Kentucky: Henderson and Union. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Repeating, severe thunderstorm watch number 508 has the severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Wabash and northeastern Gibson counties will expire at 7:15 p.m. The storm which prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and no longer poses an immediate threat to life or property. Therefore, the warning will be allowed to expire. A severe thunderstorm watch remains in effect until 10 p.m. for southeastern Illinois and southwestern Indiana. Repeating, the severe thunderstorm warning has been allowed to expire for the following county: Wabash, Illinois, and Gibson, Indiana. The National Weather Service has issued severe thunderstorm watch number 508, effective until 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. This watch includes the following counties in Illinois: Edwards, Wabash, and White, and the following counties in Indiana: Du Bois, Gibson, Perry, Pike, Posey, Spencer, Vanderburgh, and Warwick, and the following counties in Kentucky: Henderson and Union. Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Repeating, severe thunderstorm watch number 508 has been issued until 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. for the following counties in Illinois: Edwards, Wabash, and White, and the following counties in Indiana: Du Bois, Gibson, Perry, Pike, Posey, Spencer, Vanderburgh, and Warwick, and the following counties in Kentucky: Henderson and Union. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the Evansville tri-state area. Rest of tonight, mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the lower 70s. Southwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Tuesday, partly sunny with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs around 90. Southwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Highest heat index readings around 104. Tuesday night, partly cloudy. A 20% The National Weather Service in Paducah has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Warwick County in southwestern Indiana, southwestern Spencer County in southwestern Indiana, east central Vanderburgh County in southwestern Indiana, northeastern Henderson County in northwestern Kentucky, central Davis County in northwestern Kentucky, until 8 p.m. At 7:09 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Newburgh, moving southeast at 40 miles per hour. Expected hazards include 70 miles per hour wind gusts and half-dollar-size hail. Source: train spotters reported a 70 miles per hour gust on the southeast side of Evansville. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. This severe thunderstorm will be near Eureka around 7:30 p.m., Stanley around 7:35 p.m., Owensboro around 7:40 p.m., Masonville around 7:55 p.m. Other locations impacted by the severe thunderstorm include Mosleyville and Hebretsville. This includes the following highways: Interstate 165 between mile markers 66 and 70. Interstate 69 in Indiana between mile markers 1 and 13. Audubon Parkway between mile markers 13 and 23. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 8 p.m. for the following counties in Indiana: Spencer, Vanderburgh, and Warwick, and the following counties in Kentucky: Davis and Henderson. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:30 p.m. for southwestern Warwick and east central Vanderburgh counties. At 7:12 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located over Newburgh, moving southeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard: 70 miles per hour wind gusts and half-dollar-size hail. Severe weather has been confirmed by train spotters. Impact: hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect considerable tree damage. Wind damage is also likely to mobile homes, roofs, and outbuildings. Locations impacted include Evansville, Newburgh, and Chandler. This includes Interstate 69 in Indiana between mile markers 1 and 12. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 7:30 p.m. for the following counties in Indiana: Vanderburgh and Warwick. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the Evansville tri-state area. Rest of tonight, mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the lower 70s. Southwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Tuesday, partly sunny with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs around 90. Southwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Highest heat index readings around 104. Tuesday night, partly cloudy. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms until midnight. Lows in the mid-70s. South winds around 5 miles an hour. Wednesday, mostly sunny. Highs in the lower 90s. South winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Highest heat index readings around 106. Wednesday night, partly cloudy. A chance of showers and a slight chance of thunderstorms after midnight. Lows in the mid-70s. South winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Chance of precipitation 50%. Thursday, showers likely and a chance of thunderstorms. Highs in the mid-80s. Chance of precipitation 70%. Thursday night, partly cloudy with a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the lower 70s. Friday, partly sunny with a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the mid-80s. Friday night, mostly clear. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms until midnight. Lows in the lower 70s. Saturday, mostly sunny with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the upper 80s. Saturday night, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 70s. Sunday, mostly sunny with a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the upper 80s. Sunday night, partly cloudy. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms after midnight. Lows in the lower 70s. Monday, partly sunny with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs in the mid-80s. Again, the forecast for the Evansville tri-state area for the rest of tonight, mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Lows in the lower 70s. Southwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Here are some 7 p.m. tri-state region observations. It was 67 degrees with a thunderstorm at Evansville. Winds were north at 28 miles an hour, gusting to 68. It was 79 degrees with cloudy skies at Carmi. Winds were east at 12 miles an hour, gusting to 25. It was 86 degrees with mostly sunny skies at Henderson. It was 76 degrees with cloudy skies at Fairfield, Illinois. Winds were east at 17 miles an hour, gusting to 25. It was 85 degrees with sunny skies at Marion, Kentucky. Winds were calm. It was 85 degrees with partly cloudy skies at Owensboro. Winds were southwest at 6 miles an hour. A flood advisory is in effect until 10:15 p.m. this evening for portions of southeast Illinois, including the following counties: Edwards, Wabash. Urban and small stream flooding caused by excessive rainfall is expected. Minor flooding in low-lying and poor drainage areas. At 6:14 p.m., Doppler radar indicated heavy rain due to thunderstorms. This will cause urban and small stream flooding. Between 0.5 and 1.5 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are expected over the area. This additional rain will result in minor flooding. Some locations that will experience flooding include Mount Carmel, Albion, Grayville, Lancaster, West Salem, Allendale, Belmont, Bone Gap, Keensburg, and Browns. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. The National Weather Service in Paducah has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Warwick County in southwestern Indiana, southwestern Spencer County in southwestern Indiana, east central Vanderburgh County in southwestern Indiana, northeastern Henderson County in northwestern Kentucky, central Davis County in northwestern Kentucky until 8 p.m. At 7:09 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Newburgh, moving southeast at 40 miles per hour. Expected hazards include 70 miles per hour wind gusts and half-dollar-size hail. Source: train spotters reported a 70 miles per hour gust on the southeast side of Evansville. The following impacts are expected: hail damage.
Alrighty, guys, we are back here. Sorry about that, y'all. Like I said, we were just gonna take a little break here. Had to rest my voice there for a few minutes because I was talking like crazy. But anyways, so we got some new information coming through here. Actually, we have ourselves a pretty nasty situation that's currently unfolding, really across the southwestern side. I mean, really the southwestern side here of Kentucky here. We actually are currently watching towards Evansville. Like I said, there actually has been, I don't know if you guys have heard the radio or not, but just here relatively not long ago, we've had a report from train weather spotters of 70 mile per hour winds right here in southeastern Evansville. Let's go and see here. So 68 mile per hour wind gust there, 62. Let's see here. 1 inch tree limbs broken, shingles blown off, apparently, according to another report. Pretty nasty storm we actually are currently watching here. Did it just extend the watch? Did they literally just... okay, I think I'm just seeing things. Anyways, guys, hope y'all are doing great. Glad to have you guys here again for today. Let's go and turn on this light, make it a little bit more better to see. Okay, so I don't think that radar is working. I don't think my program is working. So I need to change this really quickly. So let's go ahead and switch on back to my main screen here real quickly. While I go ahead and restart this program. I don't know why it keeps on deciding it wants to cut off here like it has been. Let's see here. Devin says, "What's the wash for?" I meant to say "whoa," as in like because I was listening to the weather radio in the background and on the stream, and I heard. I ended up hearing it say like that 70 mile per hour wind gust has been reported. I'm like, whoa, but it came out wash because you obviously know spelling check and stuff like that. Stupid. Anyways, we still have a tornado warning. Okay, across southwestern Pennsylvania. This is currently in effect here across portions of Ohiopyle. The area of rotation is right here in Ohiopyle, as you can actually see right in here. That's where the rotation is, directly just west of Confluence. also just north here of Markleysburg. So that is kind of where this area of rotation is currently located, east of Fairchance. And like I said, this does include Markleysburg, included Ohiopyle and Confluence. Those are the locations that is inside of this tornado warning. So if you are across those locations, it would obviously be heavily advised to get inside of your safe spot, because obviously that is like I said, it's obviously some pretty nasty rotation that's ongoing there. Like I said, another storm that we really have got to watch closely. Once again, is this storm that's right next to Evansville. Like I said, we've already seen 70-mile-per-hour winds that has been reported near Evansville here, which is actually pretty daggone nuts. So, anyways, so like I was saying, my friends, obviously just be safe out there. Make sure that you guys have a plan in case of a warning is issued. Like I said, obviously that is pretty crazy. Let's go and see. Was there a confirmed tornado near Morrisville, Pennsylvania? So there has been a confirmed tornado in the southwestern side. Now, Morrisville, not exactly sure where that was at, but if you go back here in time, you can actually see the confirmed tornado was actually kind of more located towards Waynesburg, north of Blacksville, basically just west here of Masontown. That's the only confirmed tornado as of now that we had in Virginia, or not Virginia, Pennsylvania. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna jinx it either, because obviously we don't want any more. But like I was saying though, you know, here with this one warning we still have an effect. You know, honestly, I mean, yeah, there is still a decent amount of rotation that's still ongoing with this storm here, directly just south of Ohiopyle. Like I said, right here between Confluence and Ohiopyle. Is where this is at. Like I said, obviously the red indicating winds moving away from radar and green showing the move towards. It's basically inferring that we are seeing ourselves some, you know, counterclockwise rotation, cyclonic rotation that is happening with this storm here, which, you know, obviously where there's rotation, there's the possibility of a tornado, and therefore the tornado warning was needed. Let's hope it doesn't happen. Obviously, let's hope it doesn't happen, but there already has, indeed, been tornadoes reported today. There has indeed been a few tornadoes reported here today that I know of. So, but anyways, so once again, my friends, if you guys are anywhere, if you know anyone across this yellow shaded box here, between portions of, you know, northern Kentucky, across northern Kentucky here, southwestern Ohio, pretty much the southern edge here of Indiana, and southeastern or Illinois here. This is actually a severe thunderstorm watch that is going to be in effect here, I believe, until 11 o'clock. I believe until 11 o'clock here. Let's go ahead and double check on that here. For the one, okay, there's actually two watches here. I don't know if you guys knew that. Right here is the boundary between the two watches. You can actually see what's going on there. But anyways, so here's the thing. So we are actually seeing ourselves the watch here, and like I said, this expires here at 8 o'clock Pacific, so 9 o'clock Mountain, 10 o'clock Central, and obviously 11 o'clock Eastern time. So like I said, you know, honestly, we are seeing a 2 out of 5 severe threat, as Winter is talking about, or sorry, Wienerhead. It's pretty funny. But anyways, so we actually are seeing, like I said, obviously, you know, that being there. So obviously, you know, like I said, the slight risk is there. Honestly, I see what you're talking about there. Being a little bit conservative about that. I kind of feel like they should have increased the tornado threat. At least they should have obviously expanded it too. They should have expanded it to the northeast, because obviously we've seen some tornado potential in not only outside the watch area or outside the outlook area, but we've actually seen some rotation. Here's the tornado threat, only located across these locations, yet we've had confirmed tornadoes up here, which is obviously kind of nuts. And we've seen some rotation in, you know, obviously areas here in West Virginia and stuff like that. So honestly, if it was up to me, I would have extended this more further up to the north, probably something like this, with the tornado threat being there. Because like I said, obviously we've had a few tornado warnings in both West Virginia and a lot in Pennsylvania here. Like I said, currently we have a tornado warning that's in effect here towards Ohiopyle, near Confluence. So this is currently where it's going on right now. It kind of looks like, in the latest scans, it kind of looks like that the rotation might be kind of dying down, which might be some good news, obviously. There is still obviously a bit of broadness, a bit of, you know, kind of weak broad rotation that's ongoing here. Once again, like I said, between Ohiopyle and Confluence, it's still ongoing. The tornado warning expires in 18 minutes, but honestly, I feel like it might get canceled sooner than that. But as of right now, areas here in Markleysburg. I mean, even though the storm, the most interesting part of the storm is just north of you, you should still be in shelter. I mean, obviously, you are still in the polygon. You should honestly still treat it as, as a serious situation, because it is. I mean, it's definitely a serious situation here. So, but yeah, so that is currently what we are watching. Like I said, that's the only tornado warning we do have here. Still kind of awaiting for storms to fire off here or severe storms to fire off here in Nebraska. We already have some pretty strong storms compared to what we looked at earlier. There is a bit of storm action that is currently firing off here in Nebraska, as you can obviously see towards O'Neill. We actually got ourselves a pretty nasty-looking storm towards Atkinson and near Stewart. And like I said, right now it's not severe or anything, but there is a special weather statement that has been issued for the storm, including O'Neill and Atkinson, Page included, and just north of Chambers. This is not a severe thunderstorm warning, this polygon. This is actually a special weather statement. You can actually see how the criteria is under severity. So we are expecting possibility of maybe seeing 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Winds could get up to 40. Not constantly at 40. What they could get up to, maybe up to 40. Obviously, some hail up to the size of 3/4 of an inch or up to penny size. If you guys, I'm sure you guys know what a penny looks like. I'm sure you guys have seen a penny many times in your life, or at least you should have, or at least you know what they look like. And obviously, that's the size of hail that could be possible. Like I said, the areas here that most likely would be seeing the hail is mostly across these pink shaded colors. Right around in here where the blues and all that starts to pop up in. That's really kind of where all that's happening there. So, but like I said, none of that's actually severe as of now. But like I was saying here in basically towards Owensboro, and between Evansville and Owensboro, we actually have a pretty nasty set of storms that's actually going on here currently. Like I said, especially towards Owensboro, near Masonville, we have a pretty nasty storm that's currently tracking its way through the region here, and it's actually warned for not only 60 but 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts being possible here. That's kind of pushing up towards hurricane force winds being possible. So obviously 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and obviously even some large hail of $half are possible. It's a little bit bigger than a quarter. Obviously a little bit bigger than a quarter size hail. It could be possible with this storm here. So, but you mix the two. You mix those, that damaging hail and those damaging winds together. It's a bad night. Bad night. So obviously areas here in Owensboro, it would probably be a good thing if you can bring your vehicle into the garage, if you could. Or somehow do that. Somehow, cover it up or something. I don't know how you would end up doing that, but it would be recommended to. The area we're likely seeing the hail now is directly just south of Newburgh. So right here just towards the Ohio River here, you can actually see this is between the state of Indiana and Kentucky. You can actually kind of see here, like I said, right there. That is likely where we are seeing maybe some hail that could be happening inside the storm here. Because, like I said, obviously, this is basically saying, hey, radar is, radar is picking up some bigger objects, some bigger ice crystals. So, obviously that could be a concern there. A lot of flash flooding. Looks to be now a big concern across pretty much southeastern Illinois here. Now, areas of Olney, portions here, I'll go ahead and talk about these. So, Newton included, Santa Mary, portions here of Olney, Calhoun, Lawrenceville, let's see, St. Francisville, portions of Sumner, Birds, Flat Rock included, Vincennes. So those locations are actually currently actively under a flash flood warning across these green polygons here. Now, what that's saying is that we are seeing a lot of excessive rainfall in quick amounts of time here. We actually already do have some flooding reports coming through here. South of Sumner, as you can see here, fire department has reported flowing water over a large portion of the roadway. This is right here in Lawrence County, Illinois, 5 miles northeast of Berryville. This was reported at 5 o'clock Pacific, so this would have been 7 o'clock Central and 8 o'clock Eastern. So this was reported about a half hour ago. And like I said, obviously the storms do not appear to be done yet, because obviously these storms are still tracking down southeastward. So that's honestly not really good. So obviously we can expect impossible flash flooding to occur. Especially for those low-lying areas here, like, creeks and streams and obviously, ditches and stuff like that, kind of susceptible to, or prone to flooding. So obviously that would not be a good thing. I think my program's crashing again. It's been crashing a lot today. Sorry about that, you guys. We'll go ahead and restart it really quickly. It won't take long at all. But like I was saying, though, obviously that is flash flooding is going to be a big potential here. Let's see, is there any more mesoscale discussions while we're at it? There is, but I don't think they're going to issue another watch because they already have a watch across those locations, so I think we're actually relatively okay. Anyways, let's switch on back here because I do want to talk about this tornado warning that we still have in effect here. That's not over yet. Tornado warning has 12 minutes to go, so it is basically until 8:45 Eastern for areas here of Markleysburg. Now, here's the thing. This storm is tracking southeast, but, honestly, here's the thing, though. Markleysburg, honestly, the area that we are watching is more up towards Confluence in Ohiopyle. If we take a look here back at velocity scan, you can actually tell what I'm talking about here. If we take a look here back at velocity, you can see a lot of the turbulence was mostly between Addison, Confluence, and Ohiopyle, kind of right around in this area here. That's kind of where the, obviously that's right where the turbulence is. Now, honestly, I really kind of think that this is going to be canceled relatively soon. Obviously, I think the criteria has died down inside of that storm a bit, which is obviously some great news here. Let's see here. Railfin says, hi, what's up? Are we doing good? Devin says, hi, what's up? John says, hello. What's up, you guys? Hope you're doing all right. John says, can I talk about this year's hurricane season expectancy? So here's the thing. I'm just going to do a quick little briefing on this really quickly since we're actually doing severe weather coverage here. But here's the thing, my friends. So across the south, or across the eastern Pacific, we've been seeing lots and lots of activity, a lot more above normal. Now, I think that's going to kind of flop here once we move more into the later portions here of the hurricane season, especially like once we move into September. I kind of think that the Atlantic is going to really start to heat up here because we are moving into what we call a La Nina season. We've been in a La Nina, but it's becoming more stronger, in which with La Nina years, obviously the tropics in the Atlantic is much more active. Now, if you may have noticed, like I said, obviously it's been quite dead in the Atlantic for so far this hurricane season, not really much activity. But like I said, obviously across the south, or the eastern side of the U.S., or the eastern Pacific, I should say, obviously it's been way more active. I mean, obviously you can tell right now we have two other potential systems we're watching, plus Frank and then Georgette here. Georgette's only a tropical depression. That's why it's not listed down below, but Frank's still a tropical storm, probably going to be one for at least another day. But anyway, so yeah, I do expect it to. I do expect it to definitely increase. In the Atlantic region as we do progress down here towards more like August. I mean, maybe for this month, I feel like August might be the transitioning month from a non-really active to a active. I'd really say that September will be quite active, or most likely going to be quite active in the Atlantic for sure. Maybe kind of die down a little bit more in the Eastern Pacific. But anyways, so my friends, we are currently watching a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here, just directly south of Newburgh, south of Rockport, towards the Masonville region. Like I said, Masonville is literally just outside. The western side of Masonville is included. But like I said, that is what we are talking about. Let's see here. Is there any storms in Canada? Like I said, right now, I can actually check on my phone, because my phone, I can actually look up storms in Canada on my phone, but I can't on this program, which is kind of stupid. Anyways, yep, there is some severe storms in Canada. Actually, lots of them, especially on the western side. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but here's the map. You can actually see on the western side over there, there's a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings in western Kansas, or not Kansas, Canada. That's currently happening here. Anyways, Devin says, you're the best. Well, no, you, Devin. Thank you for joining us. Haley says, Andrew, how am I doing today, my friend? I'm doing all right, Haley. Thank you for joining us as well. That goes to all of you guys. Thank you for being here. All right, let's go and do a little update here. Let's go and take a look at the storms in Nebraska. Let's see what's happening over here. Obviously, like I said, we've been watching this one cell kind of near O'Neill. Like I said, it's a pretty strong storm. Like I said, it's a pretty strong storm. It's on the verge of becoming severe, but it's not there yet. If we take a look here at these special weather statements, we'll bring them up. They actually downgraded the threat here, actually, the more I look at it. It was once at 50-mile-per-hour winds and nickel-sized hail. Now it's been downgraded on both the winds and both the hail. Now down to 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so obviously winds getting up to 40, and 3/4-inch size hail. So, like I said, it's pretty quiet. I mean, it's relatively quiet here across portions of Nebraska. I mean, we obviously have a little bit more storm activity, a little bit more to the west here. Towards areas here like Broken Bow, directly west of it, basically just west of Mullen, really. Some action is happening, but like I said, they're not severe. Honestly, I really don't know what I feel about this watch being issued there. But anyways, we'll just continue seeing it. We'll see what happens here. Like I said, obviously towards the Louisville region. If we take a look here back at the Louisville radar here, I mean, you can really see how there's a big gap between the storm activity that's actually going on here. Towards Cincinnati and basically more further east, you can see, there's multiple cells, multi-cellular thunderstorms firing off here. The really only heavy event that's happening right now is really only across portions of southeastern Illinois into southwestern Indiana and even portions here of Kentucky moving into. This is where all the heavy action's at. You can see a few other little showers and storms firing off here, but these are not severe. They're far from being severe. Honestly, we'll just continue watching it as the night does progress here. And like I said, the watch expires at 11 o'clock local time, Eastern time here, and so that that is something to watch out for. Obviously a watch basically saying, hey, keep on the lookout, keep an eye out on the weather here. Obviously basically saying here that severe weather could be possible. So definitely is a concern here. So, but we're gonna keep on watching it here. Like I said, there's a lot of flash flooding potential now, kicking up here in the southeastern side here of Illinois. Okay, like I said, nearly a decent amount of rain has already fallen out of some of this. It's because the 2.5 inches have already fallen, with an additional amount up to 2 inches being possible. So they could see around 4 or 5 inches just based off of these storms alone. I mean, we're seeing these are pretty large storms. And obviously indicated by their color here on reflectivity, you can tell that there's a lot of heavy rain falling, especially in these darker colors, like the dark red, moving into the pinks and stuff like that. Maybe even some small hail could be starting to mix in with that as well. But like I said, but that is kind of, that's just kind of what we are looking at here as of right now. Another cell is moving towards Evansville, by the way. Evansville has already gotten hit here just recently by this last storm here, as you can kind of see, moving its way down. Is it me, or was that trying to hook there? It kind of looked like it was trying to form a little hook. But anyways, regardless, like I said, Evansville should prepare for another storm here, because it does look like that Evansville is in the line of fire yet again. We have had a lot of reports, a lot of wind damage and actual wind gust reports here. We have tree took down power lines right here just northeast of Darmstadt, about 3 miles here in Vandenberg, Indiana. Okay, so tree took down power lines here. South of that, here we go. Source newspaper, excuse me. Okay, I've never seen the Source be a newspaper. What? What the heck? Hold on. How is that even possible? Hold on a minute. So, apparently a 62 mile per hour wind gust has been reported from a newspaper. I've never seen anything like that. Anyways, we're just gonna ignore that there. Just basically southeast of that report here, east of Highland here, an ASAW station. That's actually believable. The ASAW station is actually obviously a weather station here, and they're actually measured 68 mile per hour winds, which is that's definitely severe. It's getting up towards 70. Imping reports of tree, obviously that is nuts. Trees down, lots and lots of trees down, yep. Let's see, numerous tree limbs down, 65 mile per hour wind gusts here. So obviously, so there has been a lot of wind damage associated with these storms here. And like I said, obviously that was the biggest concern for today, was that wind damage there. So obviously, but yeah. So let's go and double check on our storm, the tornado warning we have going on here in Pennsylvania on the southwestern side. Now just east of Ohiopyle. Let's go and pull up the velocity scan here. So you can kind of tell, like I said, a lot of the turbulent action has actually kind of faded out, which is definitely some good news. It is not as aggressive as it was looking earlier. It's looking a lot better now than it was. This expires in 4 minutes, so it's just going to probably be left to expire, and we're probably not going to see any more tornado warnings being issued for it. I'm not going to jinx it or anything, but I'm just saying, I don't think much is going to happen there. Now, here just southeast of Fairchance, this might be a little bit of rotation, actually. This might be a little bit of rotation. Honestly, quite broad, quite large area of rotation to southeast of Fairchance. We'll probably need to watch out for that. Because in the live stream, what we've noticed today is that there has been a lot of rotational activity. obviously a lot of vorticity has been ongoing here across portions of the southwestern side of Pennsylvania. So that is kind of, that's just kind of what we are seeing here. Definitely is. We'll just continue watching northwestern Pennsylvania. Like I was obviously saying here, they really should have extended this into portions of West Virginia. Because like I said, we have a tornado warning. We did have a tornado warning earlier in West Virginia there because there was some rotation that was obviously visible. And obviously in Pennsylvania. I mean, southwestern Pennsylvania, there's been a tornado that's been reported today. So obviously, that's what we're talking about. Anyways, Karen says, "Hi, Andrew." That's funny. Thanks for laughing. Very, very welcome. I get you talking about that newspaper. Yeah, that was, I don't know what the heck is going up with that. How does a newspaper report wins? I mean, look at this. Literally, you can literally see this right there, directly south of Darmstadt. You can see right here, source is from a newspaper. Like, you got to think newspapers come out hours before storms hit and stuff like that. Or you got to think, like, really? I mean, who even uses newspapers anymore to begin with? I mean, I'm just saying. Anyways, I don't get it. Here we go. Okay. So we have some new information. So that one cell, we actually see our first severe storm. No way. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and switch on to the KL and X radar here in central Nebraska. Yeah, so this is now severe warned, actually, right here just north of O'Neill, east of Atkinson. If we take a look at reflectivity, you can kind of see here. Okay, so we are watching this here. This is basically a pretty nasty storm here, tracking its way relatively to the east-northeast for the most part. You can actually see how 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts is possible, so obviously some damaging winds, maybe up to 60, could happen. Not saying it will, not saying it's going to be constant at 60, but I'm just saying at the worst case scenario, like I said, obviously at worst case scenario, I really think that this thing could potentially have 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. But like I was talking about, these areas here where the pink is, the pinks and the blues and stuff like that, that's likely where we are maybe seeing some hail out of this. And obviously, in this case, hail is a possibility as well. Up to quarter size. So obviously hail, I'm sure you guys have probably seen a quarter sometime in your lifetime. If not, here's a quarter right here. So quarter size hail definitely could be a possibility. So we definitely need to watch out for this. I mean, this is considered a severe storm here. But we'll just need to watch out for it. And like I was saying, there's a little bit more convection action going on towards the radar view, but honestly, kind of far from severe. These guys are far from the severe. They're not really showing anything too interesting here. But like I said, this is really the only storm that's really happening in Nebraska. Kind of looks a little bit dead over there, not going to lie. Same thing for kind of, areas here in Louisville, like I was talking about. There's kind of a big gap here. I wonder if there's any dry air infiltration or anything like that that's gotten away southern Indiana. I guess we could take a look at the satellite view to look at that. But anyways, like I said, a lot of the strong action. We have a little bit of storm action going on here towards Ohio. But like I was saying, though, I mean, obviously a lot of the worst of it, like a lot of the major stuff, a lot of the severe stuff is really across the western side of Kentucky, mostly the southeastern side of Illinois and southwestern Indiana here. So that's kind of where you're looking at that. Like I said, obviously we have a pretty nasty cell that's actually ongoing. It's actually just now updated that. That was actually once issued for 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts and obviously, 1.25, 1.25 inch. So it's $half size hail. I don't have a $half with me, so I can't really show you. But obviously, like I said, that just now gotten downgraded to basically 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel size hail. So slightly a little bit bigger than quarter size. So nickel size hail is actually not considered severe. So we're not really, this is not warm because of the hail. This is only warm because of the damaging winds it could potentially produce. Owensboro, is obviously a place we got to watch out for here inside the warning. It looks like the precipitation is much lighter though on the side here of Owensboro. That might be a good key indicator that they're probably not getting as bad conditions as, let's say, on the western side of this polygon. As you can actually see here where the dark reds and the pinks and the blues are at, like I was saying before, this is likely where you might be seeing those nickel-size hail. I mean, honestly, we'll see. We'll see about the reports that come through here if we get any. We'll likely see some reports if anything happens. There's a lot of storm spotters out there, a lot more than you probably think there is, but it's definitely, we'll definitely hear about it. And like I said, once again here, Evansville, you absolutely got hit hard. That's the thing here. Absolutely, Evansville got hit hard with those 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, multiple trees being reported down here. And like I said, Evansville got to brace up again for another storm. Now, this one's not going to be as bad, or at least not expected to be. Like I said, honestly, like I said, it's really not expected to be as large as as bad as that other cell that we just now seen just passed through about an hour ago. So, but yeah, let's see here. I was gonna see you love the nickel. Thank you so much. Let's see, all of. I think everyone knows how big it is. Yeah, you never know. There's actually been some people here outside the United States who just like watching for general purposes, and who knows, maybe they never seen a nickel or a quarter or anything like that. It's just a good representation. Just a good little indicator to say, hey, this is how big hail is. Anyways, let's see what's going on down here. Apparently, Louisiana. My program's dying again. Well. Alright, well, let's go ahead and close off that here. Let's go ahead and relaunch my program. I don't know why it keeps on doing that. It loves to cut out. It's literally cut out probably like, I don't know, maybe, I want to say probably at least 4 or 5 times today in this live stream. Anyways, let's go and take a look here down towards Louisiana. It seems to only do it when I switch radars, though. That's the kind of weird part. Anyways, but let's see. So we have ourselves another group of storms, strong and severe storms going on here. Directly north of Interstate 20 towards Ruston, we have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-size hail. Got to bring it out again. Nickel-size hail, definitely being possible. 0.88 inches, that's nickel size. Obviously, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts is possible as well across areas here of Vienna and Dulbach. So that is, or Dubach, to say pronounce that there. Kind of right next to Grambling, portions of Ruston as well. So, honestly, a lot of Interstate 20 is probably going to have some, travel disruptions between Arcata and Monroe. I mean, honestly, just due to the fact that we're seeing, this group of strong to severe storms moving through the region here. Obviously, with these, localized, storms here, we can obviously expect the visibility to drop down with some of those heavier rains and stuff like that. But that is what we're talking about. Anyways, let's see here. Jakey says, I'm back. How are the storms? The storms they're storming. That's for sure. They're definitely storming. Oh, we got some good news, though. That tornado warning that we were just watching is now canceled. We'll go ahead and go over the areas here now. So like I said, the tornado warning that was in effect here southwest of Somerset and southwestern Pennsylvania from Markleysburg, west of Confluence, and west here of Addison is now canceled. You're now safe to come out of your shelter. I'd recommend still staying indoors, though, because there is still some storming action going out there. You obviously don't want to be outside when there's lightning going on. Definitely not recommended. You don't want to get turned into anything fried or anything like that. So remain inside just until you don't hear any thunder no more. If you can hear thunder, you're close enough to be struck by lightning is what they say, and you should honestly seriously. I like lightning. It's beautiful, but my God, I don't want to be outside during it because it is. You don't know where it's going to strike. Obviously, there's lightning is a leading killer as well. I mean, lightning does definitely kill. So definitely would not be worth taking the chance here. Anyways, family says, hi Andrew, I'm here to say you're my favorite news channel. Thank you so much. I like your content because you tell the storms are near our areas. I hope you are safe at your area. Well, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it, and you're very, very welcome. That's what I'm here for, guys. That's what I'm here for, all of you guys. It's just to make sure you guys are staying up to date. Make sure you guys are understanding what is currently happening in the world. Obviously, that is the best thing we can do is provide you guys with information on the weather. That's what we're here for, and to give you guys coverage, and that way we can walk through it together. Okay, so obviously none of you guys should go through this alone. Like I said, obviously just know that you're not alone going through this severe weather. And like I said, obviously we're just going to help you walk you through this. Okay, we're going to let you know what's happening in real time. That's what we're here for. And obviously that's what we're going to continue to be here for. That's what this channel is all about. Obviously I've been studying meteorology for many years. I've been doing it for a long time, been studying it for many years, and obviously it's good to put my knowledge to good use and obviously help save people's lives as much as I can. That's the goal of the channel here. It's just to help out people as much as possible to, obviously, maybe give them a little bit more advice before National Weather Service does or anything like that. I mean, we've called some things out before they've happened on the channel many times before. There's even a video on my channel here where we literally watching an unwarned tornado that was going on there for 15 minutes before it got warned. And there was obviously a debris signature and everything, which was nuts. I was glad I was at least able to be there for you all during that. But yeah, like I said, it's just for you guys. I want you all to be prepared. I want you guys to be prepared and obviously know what's going on here. But anyway, so in southwest, or really on the western side of Kentucky here, this is relatively just pretty much just northeast of Madisonville. This is right here in Owensboro, I should probably just say here, directly south now. Now, Masonville is not far away from this. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect here. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Yep, gonna bring out my quarter again. Why not? So obviously, quarter-size hail is possible here. So that is what we are going to watch out for. So watch out for quarter-size hail, definitely being a possibility. Obviously, like I said, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts could be a possibility as well. So expect some possible wind gusts. Like I said, not constant winds. Not constantly blowing winds of 60 miles per hour. I'm just saying, maybe some winds. Obviously could be up to 60. Could be at worst-case scenario here. So. Anyways, Crit says, we appreciate your Andrew. Well, Crit, you're very, very welcome. That goes for all of you guys. I care about y'all. I want you guys to please just stay safe out there. I want you guys to be prepared for this. And obviously, I know there's a lot of people who are scared of storms out there. And obviously, I hope that this, eases the storm anxiety and stuff like that. Hopefully, it can calm you guys down a bit. Obviously, I understand. I used to be the same way when I was little. I used to be scared of storms, but now I love them. And obviously, okay, here's the thing. If you are scared of storms and stuff like that, I would recommend learning how to read radar. That gets rid of a lot of storm anxiety. If you know what's going on in the atmosphere and stuff like that, and obviously, yeah. So, anyways, let's see here. Devin says, try to send me money, but my credit card isn't working. Well, Devin, you don't got to worry about that, man. Like I said, if you guys would like to support the channel, it's there, but I would not worry about it, really. Like I said, if you guys would like to help out, obviously, it'd be greatly, greatly appreciated. Much, much appreciated. But, I mean, really, you guys just chilling here. You guys just hanging out with us and all that stuff. Like I said, obviously, that's just what it's all about here. So, y'all, don't worry about it, Devin. It's okay. You already help out the channel a lot, just by being here and stuff like that. So, but anyways. But like I said, my friends, thank you all for joining us here for today. And like I said, once again, a little update here in southeastern Illinois. We're currently watching a bit of a flooding event currently happening here. Obviously, flash flooding is expected and actually ongoing here. We actually have some reports coming through. Water flowing over Route 130 just north of Parkersburg. This is right here in Richland County, Illinois, right here on the far southeastern side. And then we can do that. So we have 2 flash flood warnings. Okay, so if you know anyone across these locations I'm about to speak of in Illinois, let them know, okay? Okay, here we go. So areas here in Newton, if you know anyone in Newton, let them know that you are under a flash flood warning. Olney, portions of Bridgeport, San Francisco, portions of Parkersburg, Vincennes, I think I pronounced that, Flat Rock included. Okay, so if you know anyone across those locations here, give them a heads up. Let them know that flash flooding is possible. Obviously let them know that, obviously, like I said, let them know that flash flooding could exist. Definitely is a possibility. We are actually already having some reports come through here. According to the warning status here, you can look. Up to 2.5 inches of rain has already fallen, with an additional amount up to maybe 2 inches could be possible. So we're not done yet, obviously. Lots of storms still, booming around the region there. So obviously, some more rainfall is obviously expected. It looks like a new warning has gotten issued here. Let's see, for Livermore, east of Calhoun, south of Madisonville. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Okay, here's the thing. Well, I don't know where I put it, but anyways. So now we're expecting potentially up to ping pong ball size hail. So you guys probably know the size of a ping pong ball as well. At least I hope so. So that's about the size of hail that could be possible out of this storm here. Directly east of Calhoun for areas of Livermore. Basically just south of Masonville here. So that is kind of actively what we are talking about. Definitely is a possibility. So, and on top of that, possibility of some wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour here. Once again, this is basically just well southwest of Louisville, basically just right here, just south of Evansville, southeast of Evansville, south of Owensboro there. But yeah, so that is what's going on there. Devin says new mesoscale discussion. Okay. Tweeted big hail. Let's go and take a look here at Devin's report. He has actually sent it. Whoa, okay. This is here in Merkerville, AB. What is AB? What's that abbreviation of AB? Anyways, let's go ahead and switch on over here to this report here. Wow. Is that, I don't even know if that's in the United States, is it? I don't think AB is in the United States. I don't recognize that at all. Anyways, I mean, look at that. That's nuts. What is that? Is this in millimeters, I'm assuming? Wow. Yep, 106 millimeters. That's nuts. Yeah, it's up to grapefruit size hail. That's pretty large. But honestly, he's scanning on or he's definitely putting it lengthwise. But still, that's a very large hailstone. That is nuts. That is actually crazy. Well, thank you for reporting that there, Devin. I don't think that was in the States, though. Mercurville, AB. I'm assuming that's Canada. I want to say that's Canada because their profile has a Canadian flag next to it. I do know there is a bit of storm action that's actually happening here in Canada, but unfortunately this program doesn't cover Canada. Like I was showing you guys here a little bit ago, I can try to show you it. So if we look at my phone here, you can see on radar scope, there's obviously a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings here. That's actually not in the United States. That's actually right here in Canada. If we take a look at it, there's a lot of them happening in Western Canada. You can see that big old polygon there. So obviously, yeah, so Canada's been getting hit here today. On the western side, I mean, really over the last few days, Canada's been getting hit. So obviously, just prayers goes out to them there. Let's see, some severe thunderstorm warnings near Phoenix. Let's see what's going on with these guys. Let's see here. So 60 mile per hour wind gusts, quarter size hail. Okay, that's just baseline. 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Yeah, definitely. That's crazy. Let's see here. Maple Magic says there's a severe thunderstorm just to my west in Windermere, Florida. 60 mile per hour wind gusts and nickel size hail. Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about there, my friend. This is relatively near Orlando. This is just southwest of Orlando. Yeah, it's just southwest of Orlando here. This is directly south of Oakland, Lake Buena Vista, Windermere. Yeah, I can see what you're talking about. To my west in Windermere. Yep, I see that. 60 mile per hour wind gusts. Oh, yep, we got to bring up the quarter or the nickel here again. So nickel size hail could be possible. We got an alert coming through here. Where's this at? Hold on, let's go and pull this back up. There's a new warning that obviously just got issued. Oh, here it is. It's right there. Okay, so obviously, yep, there it is right there. Okay, so this is it. This is a polygon for portions of both southwestern Indiana and southeastern Illinois. Okay, so that's a storm we got to watch out for. West Salem currently getting it right now. Mount Carmel, Belmont included here. Princeton, northwest, or pretty much just north and west of Fort Branch here. Obviously, yeah, we got to watch out for that. Let's see, is there a tornado possible on that? The only reason I say that is because it looks like it might be trying to form a little hook here. I don't know if that's just me or not. Yeah, there's really not much rotation going on here, so I'm not really concerned about that right now. They do not have a tornado tag either. Okay, so yeah, I'm not concerned about a tornado there. Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed, though. In what's currently been happening. I mean, it's already 9 o'clock Eastern time, and we've literally, I mean, look at this. There's some storms firing off here across a lot of the, a lot of the regions here. But you know what? Like I said, they're far from severe. The only severe storms we've really been watching here has been across these locations. Let's see here. K-Day says, is this heading to Jasper, Indiana? So here's Jasper, Indiana. You can obviously tell right here. Now, I will tell you that this group of storms here, if we take a look at the motion, you can kind of see it might just scrape near Jasper. In long run, if the storms can keep up to their action, by the time the nighttime cooling kicks in and stuff like that, if the storms start to fade out, if they can continue. If the environment can continue, which I'd say it's definitely a fair chance, I would say, yeah, it's a possibility that they could reach you down the line. But it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time, and these are relatively slow-moving storms here. So the reason why we have some flood warnings going on here is because of just how slow these storms are moving, and obviously that. But obviously that is what we are seeing here. Maple says the storm near me went from 60 mile per hour nickel size hail to 60 mile per hour quarter size. So yeah, so now that's actually that's actually now, what I'm looking at now? There's actually 2 warnings here now. Actually, no. So here's the thing, Maple, there's actually 2 specific warnings here. Let's take a look at Orlando radar. Let's see what's going on down here. Well, there is no Orlando radar. Here comes another alert coming through here. Okay, so it looks like a little bit line of strong storms moving through. Let's see. Storm motion looks north. Yeah, it kind of looks stationary, almost north here. Let's see. Polygon's pointing north too, so I'd assume. Yeah, north at 8. Yeah, it's moving north at 8 miles per hour. That's very slow. That's very, very slow. Let's see. So, yeah, we got a new warning popping up here. Let's see. We'll see if we got that in here yet. Don't think so. Okay, here we go. Actually, right there. For Evansville. East of Corydon. This is for Henderson. Okay, so obviously this is right here along the Ohio River. That's what this little boundary is here. Yeah, this is the Ohio River, by the way. You see, this is what separates it. Anyways, so yeah, so there's now a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect here. It expires here in 30 minutes, basically, so we have until 9:30. So 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter size hail could be possibility. Okay, so 60 mile per hour wind gusts, what the winds could get up to, and obviously, like I said, quarter size hail. You know, obviously hail up to the size of quarters. I'm sure y'all have seen a quarter sometime in your lifetime. At least I expect you to. So that's possible. That's possible to storm here. Devin says new day 1 outlook. Alrighty, sounds good, my friend. Let's see here. Family keeps on. Hey, family, can you stop spamming that? By the way, you keep on spamming the same thing. I see your comment there. All right, let's see here. So new day 1 outlook. It looks like here. Did they shift that risk up northeast? It looks like they did. It really does. Anyways, the only severe warned storm we're seeing here in Nebraska is only that one. I mean, this is literally the only severe storm I've seen all day across this location here. Right here, just in O'Neill. 60 mile per hour wind gusts, quarter size hail for Emmett, portion south of Spencer, east of Stewart, south of Butte here. Yeah, so that's kind of that's what we're looking at here. So obviously winds up to 60 is possible. I gotta bring out the quarter again. Quarter size hail, possible. It's definitely is a possibility. So yeah, we definitely still gotta watch out for that. Now, like I said, we're also watching this group of pretty nasty storms here between the tri-state line of Illinois, Indiana, and portions here of Kentucky. Let's see here. Christian says, I'm still live. Absolutely. Still live here. Devin says, hi, what's up? We're doing all right. Let's see here. Gore says, well, these storms east of Lima, Ohio, hit Columbus, Ohio. So that's actually a good question here. So if we take a look here towards Ohio, look here back towards the Ohio region here. Here's Columbus, obviously. Now, your question was, is it going to be moving east? So the one that's east of Lima here, is it going to be moving towards the region? Now, here's the thing. As you can actually see here as of right now, here's Lima. Now, this storm system, this complex, is kind of moving. Let's see. Let's watch it. So it kind of looks like if it continues on this track, it might just pass basically just north of Columbus. If you kind of follow the line, it looks like it might just do something like this. I mean, obviously, it looks like it is kind of tracking down a little bit more easterly motion than southerly motion. So I'd say my guess would be that it would dodge it, but unless if any new storm development happens, which is also a possibility, maybe. Definitely maybe. I mean, Columbus is inside. Yeah, Columbus is definitely inside of the severe weather risk here. I mean, you should still watch out for it. Honestly, I've been kind of disappointed here across a lot of the Ohio Valley here. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of multi-cellular thunderstorm action, but, really, there's really not much severity that's going on with these. The only severe action, the only bad action we've really seen today was really just mostly here near Kentucky and Illinois and Indiana. That's kind of what we're looking at. Let's see here. Tornado video tweeted, says Devin. All right, we'll look at that here in a second. Joseph says, is Louisville, Kentucky going to get hit with tornadoes tonight? So, I would say it's a very low chance of it ever happening here at Louisville for today. Like I said, 2% chance. That's literally the lowest tornado threats even possible. Personally, I'd say it's very, very extremely unlikely, very, very unlikely. So I'm not expecting any tornadoes tonight in Louisville, but like I said, there is a small 2% risk here, basically just to cover the National Weather Service back. So say if something did happen, which honestly, like I said, there's really not even that many storms near Louisville. It's mostly just due west of Louisville, actually. Really not much action. Let's see here. Joseph. Oh yeah, I just looked at your comment there. Christian says you're good at weather, dude. Well, thanks so much, Christian. Really appreciate it. So apparently Devin has sent us a video of a tornado here. Let's go and double check. Let's actually look at it real quick. This is right here. Let's see here. So this is right here in Pittsburgh. Actually, hold on. This is in Marshall County, West Virginia. Washington County, Pennsylvania. So this is right here on the West Virginia-Pennsylvania state line, it looks like. So let's switch on over here to the screen. Here's a report coming in here from Devin of a tornado here. Let's go ahead and turn off the audio for obvious reasons. But let's see here. That is actually quite nuts. That is, yeah, obviously, well, there you go. That's a tornado. And that's another reason I was telling you guys, it really would have been the best thing for the National, or the Storm Prediction Center to have done, was to issue more to the northwest. Because like I said, this is right here between Ohio and West Virginia here. And then obviously we had another tornado here in Pennsylvania on the southwestern side here. So obviously, it was honestly not very good. It looks like it's mostly a rural location. You can obviously see the hills. You know you're close to West Virginia when you see those hills. But you know what? I think hopefully everyone is okay. Hopefully everyone stayed all right with that. Well, Devin, thanks for pointing that out. Greatly appreciate it, my friend. Thank you for showing that to us. Let's go and switch on back here to the main view. Anyways, so once again, my friends, we have a bit of flooding situation going on here in southeastern Illinois. I just want to go ahead and mention this to y'all. So the areas here in Newton, portions of Wheeler. If you know anyone across these locations here, by the way, Wheeler, Newton, all being possible, across these locations here, which is, obviously kind of, very, very unfortunate. Which definitely does kind of, suck. So that is definitely something that we got to watch out for, very, very closely here. So, but anyways, my friends, y'all just please be safe out there. And if you got any questions, we're going to be here for you guys. Let's see here. Colin says, weather service drops the ball constantly. Okay. Well, yeah. So like I said, let's go and take a look here back up with this one cell here in Nebraska. Like I said, there's really not been too much action. There's really not been too much action that's been going on here. Really, over the last little bit here. Let's see, Devin has actually sent us another thing here. Let's see what it is. Wow, that is nuts. Okay, so let's actually go and show you this really quickly. I just really want to show you guys this here. Here's another thing coming in from Devin. You can actually see here. In Evansville, this is where we were seeing that nasty wind gust here. This is actually relatively recent, I would assume. Probably from that first storm we saw. Look at this. Hold on. Look at that. So that's a good example as to why you need to stay away from windows and stuff like that. I mean, obviously you got to think that debris can obviously just easily be picked up. Stuff can easily be picked up here. I mean, look how much stuff is blowing here. I mean, look at that tarp. It's not good. Not good. And obviously branches and stuff like that swaying over that far. Not good at all, my friend. Definitely not good at all here. Here's another report coming in from the Sunset. In Atlanta, I'm assuming. Atlanta, Georgia? Wow. Let's actually blow that up here, make it a little bit bigger. That's beautiful. That's actually really beautiful. Thank you for reporting that there, Devin, once again. Greatly appreciate you. Got that, obviously that sunset, that, definitely those pinks and those reds starting to kind of show up here. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and switch on back here, guys. Let's see what's going on here. Like I said, obviously we're going to do a little brief checkup here in Nebraska. Like I said, I'm kind of disappointed in Nebraska here. Not going to lie with you guys. Nebraska's been kind of underperforming here. Anyways, we have a severe thunderstorm warning here, just basically for portions of Emmett, south of Bristow, east of Atkinson, east of Stewart, north of O'Neill. 19 minutes ago, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, so winds could get up to 60. Not saying they will. Not saying they're going to be constantly blowing at 60. But I'd say, obviously definitely, could get up to 60. And obviously maybe some hail could be possible as well out of that storm here. But like I said, all of our eyes is mostly on the cells here in Illinois. Now, these are about to do, these are starting to transition kind of into, more areas like, Indiana and Illinois here, or moving from Illinois to Indiana and Kentucky is what I meant to say here. Big old cluster of pretty nasty storms here. I really wouldn't call them supercells because they're not really rotating. To be considered a supercell, it has to be rotating, which in this case it's not. We really haven't seen any tornadoes over here. I hope that doesn't happen. But anyways, like I was saying though, honestly, yeah, this is where a lot of the action's been happening today here. Anyways, looks like a new warning has been issued here just north of Beaver Dam here. This is actually in Kentucky now. So now we're starting to see these things move into Kentucky on the far western edge. So Hartford, Centertown, north of Beaver Dam, we are seeing a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for 33 minutes until 9:14 Eastern Time. So since it's part of Kentucky's in Central Time, this will be until, obviously, let's see here, so 33 minutes. So obviously 8:45 Central Time. So yeah, that's kind of how that's playing out there. So obviously until 8:45 Central Time is whenever that gets expired here. As we are watching, this one cell here, currently located near Callhound and obviously relatively mostly through Masonville. But yeah, you know what? Definitely something to watch out for. I mean, look at this. Obviously 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and maybe some nickel-sized hail could be possible too. Like I said, I'm sure you guys have probably seen a nickel. I'm just showing you guys what a good reference, how large the hail could be. 0.88 inches, if you actually double check on here, if you want to look yourself, you can see a nickel-sized hail. And like I said, right here, got a nickel. So there you go. There you go, my friend. So that's kind of what we are seeing here. Like I said, Evansville, wow, getting hit again here. Yeah, Evansville's been getting slammed tonight, actually. Towards, let's see, Henderson looks like it's probably about to get absolutely slammed here. Henderson is, obviously getting probably slammed right now. Not only some wind gusts, but maybe even some, maybe some hail as well. I mean, like I said, up to quarter size. Yep, I'm bringing the quarter out. Of course, got to. Quarter size hail being possible. So, obviously, watch out for that here. So once again, Henderson, you got to watch out for that. Definitely recommend being inside, away from windows. So 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, obviously quarter size hail is possible as well. Now just north of that, so now we're moving into Indiana and Illinois region. A little bit more severity going on here towards Mount Carmel, Belmont as well, Owensville. West of Fort Branch, we actually have a radar that's in the clear here. We might as well switch to it. Might as well be some good data coming through here since we're right up on the storms. Obviously be for, just the best thing to do, the most common sense thing to do here. Anyways, but yeah, so that is what we are looking at here. So, yeah, for this guy, it's actually a little bit more worst here. So this is actually for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, kind of similar to the other ones here in regard to damaging winds here. But obviously, in this case, 1.25-inch hail. That's actually quite large hail. I'm not going to lie with you guys. It's actually, 1.25 that's considered severe. It's about $half size hail. It's about a quarter of an inch bigger than this quarter. Quarter of an inch, so about a quarter plus another quarter of a quarter. If that makes any sense. Another quarter of a quarter. So yeah, so that's kind of, that's the size of the hail there. I'm sure you guys have probably seen a $half. They're not too common. Not as common as like your, nickels, quarters, dimes, pennies. But like I said, $half is a little bit bigger than a quarter. So that's kind of the hail size we were seeing as possible here. So let's go ahead and scan around the U.S. I do know that, like I said, we've been watching Florida a little bit. There's been a little bit of severe action going on here. Mostly just west of Orlando or in western Orlando here. Now these guys, look at that line. Big old line of storms here. Stretching all the way down from like areas here towards Lakeland. I actually have a family in Lakeland here. Also a family in Orlando. My girlfriend's actually from Orlando here. But anyways, like I was saying though, pretty large, definitely a pretty large set of storms here. I mean, this has to at least be 100 miles. Maybe. I mean, it probably has to be at least 100 miles, I would assume. If not, actually, I don't know. I don't know about 100. I'd say 50 to 75, honestly. That's kind of what we're seeing here. So, honestly, like I said, there's two different warnings in effect here. West of Orlando, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and obviously, quarter-size hail as well. Let's see here. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at. Let's see here. Trying to best in the weather. See, Vivian says, Missouri, anything in the next few days or excessive heat, as in storms or excessive heat. So, here's the thing. Like I said, we're not really doing a major. Actually, new warning just popped up. We'll talk about that here in a second. We're not really doing a forecast stream. We'll probably do a forecasting stream here for tomorrow. Like I said, if you guys would like to, obviously be a part of that. It's for members only, by the way. So if you guys do want to check out that, anyways. But we'll be doing a members live stream tomorrow for that. But you want to know, I'll do a brief little look at it for Missouri. Not in excessive heat land, but obviously here in the severe land. So for today, far northern edge. That's where the only severe threat exists. Tomorrow, we're looking pretty okay. Southeastern Missouri, possibility. And obviously for day 3 here. So today is actually Monday, right? So Tuesday will be day 2. And so day 3 on Wednesday, possibility of some storms near the Kansas City metro area. But that's kind of all we're talking about. Like I said, we're not doing a big old forecast right now, since we're doing our coverage, but, obviously, if you want to stay up to date on that, we'll be doing a forecast tomorrow, so, but yeah. Let's see here. Family says, Andrew, is there a storm at Vincent? Because my family lives there. Okay, well, what state is that, by the way? Tell me which quadrant, what state. I talked to him on Discord, but he stopped talking to me. He did not say where there was a storm or tornado. So here's the thing. Right now, there is no imminent tornado danger anywhere in the States, right? Or like I said, obviously there's a tornado threat for today, but there's no active tornado warning, so there's no imminent tornado danger. So yeah, like I said, I doubt he's in a tornado. I think he's okay. He should be fine. Let's see here. Hey, what's up? Do I think that it will come to Bowling Green, Kentucky, this storm? That's actually a really good question, my friend. So here's the thing. So it does kind of look like, I mean, obviously, yeah, these storms are tracking in the general location of Bowling Green here in southwestern Kentucky. Now, Bowling Green is under a severe threat for today. So I will say these storms have I'd say about a 70% chance of driving through. That's just a number I made up, by the way. I'd give it a more than likely chance of rolling through Bowling Green here. Absolutely. I mean, like I said, these guys have been pretty long living. I mean, these guys have been really kind of cranking for the last few hours, really. And I think that these things have still some more life in them. I mean, honestly, if we're being honest with you guys, I mean, there's still tons and tons of energy left in the atmosphere. If we take a look here back at our meso-analysis here, I know you guys aren't going to understand much of this, but this is basically telling me here towards the Bowling Green location, we have a lot of energy. You can see valleys here over 3,000. You know, really any severe weather can happen in 500 and more. And 3,000 is a lot more times that. It's actually, 6 times that? So yeah, absolutely. You can probably expect some severe weather here. I'd say it's being possible. Like I said, it's definitely a possibility here. Wind shear is also there. Basically, think of wind shear as like your engine, for a car, and the instability is like the fuel you need for the engine to run. So obviously, that's kind of what's going on here. So yeah, I mean, the winds are there. The energy's there. Oh yeah, I think it could exist in Bowling Green there. So definitely keep an eye on it. And like I said, obviously, I mean, these storms are definitely pointing in your right direction as of right now. And like I said, they are definitely working their way towards you. That's for sure. They actually just now extended the watch. It looks like they sure did, didn't they? Look, so here's the thing. You can see here previously how the severe thunderstorm watch was issued for this boundary here. You can see it right there. So obviously that's what we're looking at. So you can kind of see how, this is where the previous watch was located. Now look at the latest frame here. They just now added some more locations here. Obviously, because this does include Bowling Green, so it's kind of funny that you said that there. So right in there. So Bowling Green is under this severe thunderstorm watch. So I'd say it's definitely a possibility. The atmosphere is definitely showing, at least according to latest conditions and stuff like that. It's definitely holding up there. I think so. I definitely do think so, for sure. Anyways, let's see here. Am I good at 40? So we're not going to be looking at zip codes here, my friend. Like I said, it just takes too much time. And like I said, this is a severe weather coverage. Now, if this was a forecast stream like we're going to be doing tomorrow, then obviously we'll be here for you. And we'll definitely be able to do that. Anyways, Galaxy says, rotation southwest of Louisville in Illinois, I'm assuming. Let's see. Let's grab to the KVWX radar here. Let's see what's going on with this guy. Let's see here. So let's go ahead and load up the local radar here. You said there's a bit of rotation going on here. I'm going to be the judge of that here and see what's going on. I mean, that's some turbulent wind shear, but really no rotation there. Where are you seeing this rotation here? Where are you actually seeing this? I'm not seeing much of anything happening. I mean, yeah, you got some turbulence happening here and there, but obviously, like, if you're talking this about the rotation, this does not look like anything that's rotating to me. Unless let me double check another radar. I'll give it another shot. I'll take a look at a different radar view. Yeah, honestly, you said west of Louisville. I'm not really seeing nothing. I don't know what you're talking about, my friend. But obviously, if anything does become severe, or tornado potential will be obviously present, then you better know that the National Weather Service, at least they should, they should issue that warning. But just know, yep. Devin says, tweeted a hail photo when I have time. All right, let's go and take a look at that really quickly. See what we're talking about here. Whoa! Okay, from Alberta. Oh, way. So I guess this is Canada, right? Alberta? Man, so yeah, Canada's been getting hit hard today too, actually. From what it looks like. I mean, look at this. Here's two different images here. First of all, we have a cracked windshield. Obviously, it's not a good thing. Definitely something you want to try to avoid here, but this is in Canada. Nuts. That is nuts there. And obviously here's the culprit. Here's what caused it. Definitely quite crazy. Look at that. That's some pretty large hail. That's actually like up to like, Yeah, near baseball size hail. He has it. He says baseball size hail. I'd say if it's not baseball size hail, and you better believe it. Hold on a minute. Where is my baseball at? I know I have a baseball around here somewhere. I don't know where the heck. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, so honestly, I mean, to an average person's palm, I mean maybe a slightly smaller than a baseball size hail. I would say more like, honestly, I'd probably say more like tennis ball size hail. I feel like, tennis ball is a little bit more smaller than a baseball, but yeah, I kind of feel like that makes more sense. I'd say more tennis ball size hail. Although, I mean, the dude could have some big hands. You never know, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. He should have put like a measuring stick or something up next to it so we could actually see the exact width and dimensions of it. Anyways, let's go and move on back here. So, like I said, we have a new warning in Nebraska. I don't think we looked at it yet. We should probably do so. It looks like we have some hail being reported here. 1-inch hail, so quarter-size hail. Yep, bring out the quarter again. There you go. Quarter-size hail is definitely possible. Let's see here. Okay, so new warning. The previous warning is about to expire. They issued a new warning here for areas of Lynch and Spencer, as well as Bristow. Now, Bristow is probably getting slammed here by some heavy rain and maybe some hail, actually. Hint by the pinks and blues that we're starting to see here, indicating that, hey, radar's like, yeah, we're starting to see some pretty large particles up inside the atmosphere here. So, yeah. So definitely is, that definitely is likely causing some hail. So, that's a pretty decent looking hail core we were just looking on that one cell, though. I'm not going to lie with you. Definitely not going to lie with you. Another report coming from Devin? Let's see here. Let's see what this is. Whoa! Okay, this is in Orlando here. Okay, I got to show this one. I definitely got to show this. So you remember how we were talking about Orlando and how we have those storms there? Look at that. Look at all of that energy that's in there and that's sitting there in Orlando. Wow, big old cumulonimbus towers. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much for reporting that once again, Devin. Devin's been on top of it. He always has been helping us out. Hold on a minute. No way! Are you serious? Dude, that's like... Oh my god. Look, so you see how it comes out of the cloud? It arcs down. It was literally traveling at the person that was recording this. And then it struck down next to him. Oh my gosh, dude. No way. That is nuts. That is actually really, really crazy. I'm not going to lie with you. That's really nuts. Anyways, thank you for reporting that there, Devin. Greatly appreciated, my friend. That is really crazy. I was not expecting all that. Shoot. That was definitely that's probably one of the craziest lightning footage I've ever seen in a while. Anyways, but yeah, so that is what we are looking at, my friends. So that is what we are looking at, y'all. So, we're just going to keep on looking at these here for a little bit. I don't know exactly how much longer we're going to be live, but obviously we are seeing ourselves a bit of action still ongoing. Let's see here. Will I be live tomorrow? Absolutely. We're probably going to be live here tomorrow. I don't know about severe weather coverage. Let's actually check on tomorrow really quickly. I do know there's a risk here across the north. Let's see here. So yeah, there's a severe weather risk tomorrow. Biggest concerns across the upper state of Michigan here. Obviously the upper portion and northern Wisconsin and northern Minnesota here. So you know what? I think that it requires some attention. Obviously any slight risk here I'd like to go live for. Tornadoes are not a concern though. Hail and damaging winds though are. I would say we're probably going to go live tomorrow. I'd say it's definitely a good possibility, but also like I said, I'm probably gonna do a forecast. We'll see what happens. I'm not gonna give any commitments here yet, but I will tell you we're gonna be doing something for the channel tomorrow, either whether it be in a video or a live stream or both. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so that's what's been going on, my friends. Obviously, yeah, this has been pretty crazy day here. I'm definitely glad that we've been able to go live for y'all in regard to the severe activity here this evening here. So, I just wanted to go ahead and say a special thanks to all of you guys just for hanging out with us today. Just for, chilling out and just, hanging out with us and stuff like that. Greatly appreciated. If you guys are new to the channel, I'm not going to force you to. I'm not going to say to, but, consider subscribing. greatly appreciate it. I promise you guys will never be disappointed. We'll keep you guys up to date on the latest information. You know, when there's severe weather that's striking nearby, you better know that we're going to be live during it. We definitely do cover a lot of these events here, and so I'm just saying, if you guys would like to become a part of the awesomeness, you know, definitely consider it. If you are enjoying the live stream, you guys, you might as well leave a like as well. It'd be greatly appreciated, guys. It really helps us out, and obviously, the more subscribers and stuff like that we can get, the more we can reach out to people. Obviously, you know, the more people we reach out to, the more potential lives we could save. So, so not only would you be helping yourself, but you'd be helping out other people as well. So, it'd be greatly appreciated, guys. You know, if you could. But like I said, I'm not forcing you to. I'm not telling you exactly to, but I'm just saying, at least consider it, guys. Anyways, so yeah, we are still watching. Like I said, obviously we're still continually seeing all of this crazy action here between the tri-state area of Kentucky, Illinois, and Indiana here. So obviously, you know, this is probably going to continue for the next few hours, I would assume. But yeah, so that is what we're seeing here. But you know what, my friends? Honestly, I'm kind of thinking about cutting the live stream here soon. We've been live here for a while. Let's go see how long we've been live here. So we've been live for 3.5 hours. So I kind of feel like, you know, relatively here soon, we should probably head offline here for the night here. Because like I said, I've been constantly talking for 3.5 hours straight. Man, it'll definitely get you. That's for sure. But once again, I just want to say thank you for all the people who joined us. Greatly appreciated. You guys absolutely rock. And, you know, just thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for being a part of all of it. And greatly appreciated. So, but like I said, you know, I'm relatively disappointed here in what happened near the Louisville area here. Like I said, obviously we had ourselves a bit of action, but I really don't think this was necessary. I mean, obviously the conditions were favorable for it, but they did not obviously happening here. But like I said, really of these locations here, we really haven't seen much. But like I said, all the biggest stuff's been happening down here. So, anyways, but guys, you know, I think that's gonna go ahead and cover it for tonight. Once again, thank you so much for being here. You guys rock. Appreciate all the support. K-Day says thank you, Andrew. Have a good night. You as well. Have a goof night, says K-Day. That's pretty funny. You as well, K-Day. Thank you for joining us. I think you meant to say good. Yeah, you did. Just stupid autocorrect. Trust me, I get it. Happens to me all the time, for sure. I'm sure it happens to the best of us. Usually does. But yeah, so like I was saying, guys, you know, tomorrow we're probably going to have a video and a live stream for you guys of some sort. So obviously expect something to happen to the channel because we're likely going to be live or doing something tomorrow. I give it a 99% chance we're going to be doing something tomorrow. And I'll give it a 50% chance, debating on going live for the severe weather. We'll see what happens. Since it's really not a tornado threat, I don't know if we'll end up doing so or not. But anyways, yeah, but thank you all for joining us tonight. If you are new to the channel, like I said, consider subscribing. We greatly appreciate if you guys do want to help out the channel. If you guys do want to help us out with radar expenses and stuff like that. Like I said, guys, we have the little, if you see that little dollar icon next to the chat, if you guys do want to help us out, not saying to, like I said, obviously you guys just being here is obviously more than enough here. Like I said, if we take a look here at my at the YouTube here, you can actually see, if we look down here, we have 3 different links. Click on the membership link. This will bring us to our page here. And we obviously, you know, this is where the personal forecasts and stuff like that get to. So if you guys do want to have, you know, check out the memberships. Each one has their own little perk. So obviously, it'll be pretty cool if y'all want to check that out. But what I was saying here, you got Streamception going on here. As you can obviously tell here, like I said, obviously if you guys do want to help us out, it's a little chat icon here. You can also do memberships. You can donate memberships and stuff like that to people. And like I said, super chat if you guys do want to help us out, you know, on the radar expenses and stuff like that. Y'all can do that here. Like I said, I'm not saying to. I'm just saying if you want to help us out, we greatly appreciated. You guys absolutely rock here. We also have a PayPal only link too if for some reason that didn't work for you. And we also have some pretty cool merch. Got to pull it up here really quickly just to show you. I got some pretty cool stuff for your hurricane, you know, hurricane shirts, different colors, obviously, shoes, and all kinds of stuff. The polo shirt I'm actually currently wearing right now. So if you guys would like to get one of those, phone cases, you name it, bunch of cool stuff on the merch page. All of that is in the description. Like I said, you basically just click on this little arrow down here that you'll see, and it'll actually bring it down. But anyways, y'all, just wanted to let you all know what was going on there. Just wanted to, you know, tell you guys, and you know, like I said, if you guys did want to check all that stuff out, greatly appreciate it. But just once again, thank you all for being here. More than greatly appreciated, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful night. And like I said, we'll probably see you tomorrow at some point. Not exactly sure what's in the plans, but we'll figure that out. I'll wake up in the morning and I'll figure out what we're going to do. I'll probably make a video, honestly, and then maybe do a live stream later on the night. We'll see. But it might be a later live stream tomorrow. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe since we're doing a video, I'll probably do a later live stream tomorrow night. That's an idea. But anyways, guys, thank you all for joining us. Greatly appreciated, my friends. Like I said, if you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button. Greatly appreciated. You all absolutely rock. So, but anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and head on off here for tonight. I really do appreciate it. And like I said, severe weather is probably going to continue for a little bit more tonight. So expect it to be possible across the watch areas here. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. But once again, thank you all for joining us, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care, you guys. Peace out.
Falling temperature was 74 degrees. The wind was east at 9 miles an hour. At Fairfield, Illinois, it was cloudy. Temperature was 76 degrees. The wind was east at 16 miles an hour. At Marion, Kentucky, it was clear. Temperature was 82 degrees. The wind was calm. At Owensboro, a thunderstorm was reported. Temperature was 75 degrees. The wind was southwest at 9 miles an hour. A flood advisory is in effect until 10:15 p.m. this evening for portions of southeast Illinois, including the following counties: Edwards, Wabash. Urban and small stream flooding caused by excessive rainfall is expected. Minor flooding in low-lying and poor drainage areas. At 6:14 p.m., Doppler radar indicated heavy rain due to thunderstorms. This will cause urban and small stream flooding. Between 0.5 and 1.5 inches of rain have fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches are expected over the area. This additional rain will result in minor flooding. Some locations that will experience flooding include Mount Carmel, Albion, Grayville, Lancaster, West Salem, Allendale, Belmont, Bone Gap, Keensburg, and Browns. Turn around. Don't drown when encountering flooded roads. Most flood deaths occur in vehicles. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for the Evansville tri-state area. Rest of tonight, mostly cloudy. Showers and thunderstorms likely until midnight, then a chance of showers and thunderstorms after midnight. Some thunderstorms may be severe with damaging winds and large hail until midnight. Lows in the lower 70s. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. Gusts up to 25 miles an hour until midnight. Chance of precipitation 70%. Tuesday, partly sunny with a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Highs around 90. Southwest winds around 5 miles an hour. Highest heat index readings around 104. Tuesday night, partly cloudy. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms until midnight.